What's going on, everybody? Cuffing the Dip coming at you guys with another one. How's everybody feeling tonight? Let's start there and let's see who we actually have in the building tonight. So, who do we have? We got Sean. Saitama, what's going on, Sean? Crystal, how are you feeling today? Think it's Owens. Owens. Crypto Dave. Biff, what's up? Omar, what's going on? Robert G. Shib Tama, what's going on? Christine, what up, Christine? Hey, Crystal again. Who was it? Tyler. Sorry, it's scrolling up on me. Stoner J, Nicole, what's going on? Baron, what's up? What's up? Jack, how are you feeling today? Say Tama Mama in the building again. Seen her a couple times. Hey, Alexa, even though my Alexa's about to go off. Brennan, what's going on? Bishop, hey, what's going on? What's going on? NZ, what's up? How is everybody feeling today? Hopefully everybody's feeling good. Feeling pretty good. We got a good one coming at you guys today. You said the mic is popping? Hold on, let me see. I got it hooked up in another manner. Let me know if it's still popping, guys. Let me pull in our co-host also who can tell me about that mic status also. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know who it is. Just a man 04. How you feeling today, man?
What's up, bud? How you doing, brother? Chat Wolfpack, how are we doing? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are on this beautiful planet we call home. What's good, chat? How we doing? Brother, how we doing today? Let's hear that mic.
Hold on, Justin. It sounds better, doesn't it?
It does that matter, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't hear the feedback either. So
Guess what I did? Remember, I was walking around searching for that cord. I had you in my earbud, so I
yeah.
came on. I had you in the earbud, so that's currently what my mic was. Ah, that's dope. I like that picture. What's going on, Nelson? I got that picture you just sent. That picture's dope.
let's see who we got here.
I'm gonna have to post that one.
Ashley 90210, how are you doing? Omar, what's good? RD, what's good? Saitama Wolfpack, how are we doing? Robert G, what's good? Saitama, Sean Saitama, Echo. Y'all still hear echo on my end? Please let me know if you do.
I'm not hearing that go.
Okay,
I'm
good.
listening for one. I'm not hearing
Brad
one.
Allen said, "Hey Justin, good to see you. Have safe travels." Yes, most definitely. I'm glad to see you found a taxi. Man, we all sat outside early Monday morning trying to find a taxi, and my goodness, was that
And look who we
tired.
also have in the building. Good evening,
Ooh-wee.
beautiful family. I've missed you.
Mr.
Wonder,
MT himself.
wonder how that guy's feeling today. Guess we're gonna have to find out, right? We're
Yes,
definitely gonna
we
have to
shall
find out how
find
that
out.
guy's feeling today. What is going on, Mr. Michael Thompson? How you feeling today, man? And I see you in between all these comments. Hey, how you doing, mama? How you feeling?
How you doing? How you doing?
Definitely. Definitely Mike in the house, guys. If you guys have it, go ahead and spam those Michael Thompson emojis. You already know how we get down. If you don't have the Michael Thompson emojis, put the basketballs inside that chat. I need to see them, guys. Need to see those basketballs inside of the chat or that Michael Thompson emoji. He said he's
I
feeling
honestly,
amazing, so that's good. It's real
I
good.
honestly got just so I could have the emojis. Is that bad? I'm a little dipper just so I could have the emojis.
Hey,
I felt so
hey,
left
look,
out
you
that
know
everybody
what? You
got to
know
use
what?
emojis.
I'm actually happy that I can put the emojis because I like using them when I go into the chat also. So I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like them. I Having the emojis is one of the big perks I feel like to the memberships. It's
Maybe
like
one of
I
these
would
maybe
rather I
one
would
of these
rather
days.
spam the basketball. You know what I mean? Well, spam the Michael Thompson himself. Hold on, let me get my CFC hat.
Maybe
This is
one of
my
these days I'll have an emoji
CFC
on the awesome show. Maybe it's
CFC
cuffing
hat.
the
You
dip
know
with
what I
your
mean?
friends.
Cage bound fighting that, guys. Definitely got to represent for the cage bound fighting. Also, while we're doing this, shout out Stan. But definitely, yeah. Let me see those. Let me see those emojis out there. It's looking good. We're doing good so far. since we're on the subject and why, of course, guys, as you know, one of the big reasons for us being here tonight is Michael Thompson is going to come on and speak to you guys. And he is monumental as far as like the movement, as far as like Saitama. He's monumental as far as like the movement, as far as in a lot of people's lives from the words that he's been giving people on this show, on other people's streams, you know what I mean? And just period. Like literally period. And apparently he's feeling the love in here, which I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And let's, on that note, bring in my other brother from another mother. This guy here, you already know him and love him. Saitama Vern, what's going on?
What's good, everybody?
Nothing too much, man.
What's good, brother?
I'm feeling good, man.
Shoot, not much, man. What's going on, Justin? Hey, man.
Another day in paradise, brother.
04.
Right. Was that a plug? Was that a plug? Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Man 04 is actually my my YouTube channel. If you guys would like to check it out, and I actually have the link precariously lurking. If a couple like to click on it. Love it. Everybody. What?
You talking about that
celebrity in the building?
What's going on, CJ?
What's up, CJ?
What is going on? What's going
on, my boy? Hey, it was a pleasure.
RD, what's going on? Ashley, Alexa. Big Armory was good.
Definitely. But it was a pleasure meeting everybody that I met.
Before I get in trouble, let me introduce. Hi, babe. How are you doing? The most beautiful Wolfpack member of all, in my personal opinion, the beautiful Hey Alexa 88.
Yeah, say that. Trying to get everybody else in trouble.
Nah, I'm just making sure I don't get in trouble. I live in the dark.
The main goal is keep Justin out of trouble. That's it.
The main goal is to keep Alexa happy. So happy Alexa, happy Justin's 82. Life.
And nothing too much, man. Sir? Nothing too much, CJ. Coolin'.
What's up, Brad? How are you? What's up, Zeals? Saitama Mama, how are you doing? RD, what's going on?
Hey, Dan, do you feel that too? Did you feel the breeze from him sucking up?
Oh, hey, I hope you did, man. Sometimes it's so disgusting.
No shame, zero shame. I try to do my best to make sure my girlfriend is happy.
That's the job. That's your job. That's what you supposed.
Because if she's not happy, I don't get to show up here every night. So we got to make sure that.
Wait, is that the link? Is that the link to Justin Man 04?
Oh man, how did you find
that? Please take that down and put in
crazy.
Just maybe sometimes, amen.
Just ask my girlfriend is what it should be.
Oh my God. What's going on? What's going on? I am a money magnet. I see you sliding through her hair. How you feeling?
Money magnet. What's good?
Man, like we gotta
felt the winds on the East Coast.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, definitely appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Love the love.
Look who's in the chat, man.
Who we looking at? What am I looking at?
Come on, man. You can't miss it.
Oh, is that Pastor Terrence Hobbs?
Yes.
Is that who you're talking about?
Good, Pastor. How are you doing?
I seen me lean back when I seen it. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, now you get to lean back in your chair. You just trying to show everybody you got to see.
Hey, nah, look. This is my boy. We had a comment, man. I'm telling you, man. This is definitely my boy right here, man. That's definitely him right there.
Hey, Mike told us all the stories about how he's hilarious, and let me just tell you, in person, facts. The dude is funny. The dude is hilarious in person as well, if not funnier in person than he was on the street. By hands down. In person. Hands down.
Man, bring. Let me tell you this. Bring some type of. Well, he had me tearing up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's
man,
hilarious. Just hilarious.
Ripping him off. The dude is hilarious, and honestly, just an all around good guy. Like just having a conversation with him, that dude was cool.
Most definitely, man. So I see we get all types of good people in the crowd tonight, and I'm definitely loving it.
Hey, Saitama Soldier, Wolfpack forever. I love you too.
Moody, what's going on, brother?
Moody.
Right, so look, guys, back to back to what I was originally saying. The main goal for us, we're not. Definitely. But let me say it like this. I want to see how I wanted to word it. The main goal for us being what's up? What's up?
I'm sorry to cut you off, but
no, you're good. Go ahead.
Give me 3 seconds.
3 seconds? You got it.
Just 3 seconds of silence for the unfortunate passing of young Dolph. Give me 3 seconds, y'all. 3, 2, 1. Rest in peace, young Dolph.
Rest in peace for sure.
Yeah, definitely right. But let me get back to. We got a yo from Pastor. What's up? What's going on, my brother? How you feeling? You gotta let me know how you feeling, man. Because that's, like I said, you definitely one of the coolest people I definitely met out there, man. I met so many cool people. I don't know, Shannon lurking somewhere. I'm looking through the chat. I'm trying to find, because now that I'm seeing some of these names in here, I just feel like, you know what I mean? I just feel like Shannon maybe lurking somewhere in here. He might have one of those secret screen names, though.
And Shannon's another one of those. That whole group, man, all those guys were hilarious and just honestly fun to be around.
Yes, sir, definitely were. But man, look, so the evening and us gathering here like this is to hear from our main man, Michael Thompson. And as I said, I think it was probably like 2 streams ago, I really wanted to congratulate him and thank him for all of the different advancements that we have made within Saitama, especially all the ones that he's responsible for, and that pretty much had a domino effect and kind of trickled down and made other things happen within Saitama. And like, it just didn't sit too well with me that we didn't really mention him too much. So I wanted to personally take time out to say that I really feel like, you know what I mean? I really feel like that needed to be said and it needed to be discussed. And on top of that, I wanted to talk to everybody and kind of explain that it wasn't him just disappearing. His absence was him needing time to breathe, you know what I mean, relax, right, and kind of clear his mind, you know what I mean, because that's needed by any real person, you know what I mean. Like, we're not robots, you know what I mean. And in Vegas, we did a lot of work out there as far as like talking to people, meeting people, going to these different events and parties or whatever, which requires us to once again talk to people and meet people, tell different stories, our different perspectives on how we felt on things that we said on the streams. It was almost endless, to the point that like the 3 of us on this crew right here, we didn't even really get to hang with each other the way that we really wanted to, you know what I mean, because we were pulled and drawn from in so many different directions, guys, you know what I mean. So
most definitely,
if you know what I mean, if we're pulled and dragged in different directions like that, just imagine how Michael Thompson has, you know what I mean, like, is being asked different questions, asked to take pictures, this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be a lot going on, you know what I mean? So a little bit of time, but man, I woke up at like 4 o'clock today. This is the first time I slept since I was back from Vegas, and my body was like, nah, you need like a double dose, you know what I mean? So
my time's all over the place.
Right.
Yeah.
I can go to sleep like right now.
And just woke up from a nap.
Right.
Not even a nap. It's like I doze off, then the TV woke me up, and I was like, dang.
What's going on, Tony? Let me see.
Tony come in with a $9.99 childish super chat. Coven who wants a free week, 5-star resort, West Florida. I want to raffle it off.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That's nice. Okay, Tony coming in with a super chat banger. Okay, I like that.
You know, Justin, it might not be a childish super chat. It might be on Apple where they take tax out of it. So,
right, my bad.
Bucko's, his is childish, and Taco.
We all Bucko's.
Like
I don't know where is Bucko. He's been traveling lately or something. Okay. Everybody's saying, wow, it's amazing. I can't even I haven't you still haven't recovered either, crypto guy. Yeah. I actually saw a post you made where you said you couldn't even believe that people were walking up to you like, "Hey, you're a crypto guy." Yeah, like I'm telling you, man. Like when you out here, like either an influencer out here posting or somebody who's really in the middle of all this stuff, you were busy during this event. How did you, Justin, Vern, how did you guys feel at the event?
Man, I feel like I really wanted to like just like sit at a table at a restaurant, like a 6 tape, like maybe like a big circle table, and just like for example, like Ashley and her husband, just to come down and sit down and just be like, "Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?" Da, da, da. You get to know them for like say 15, 20 minutes, just to kind of like, yo, appreciate you coming to, in the chat every night almost, shoot. And blah blah blah, something like that. And then, have everybody have their like small time, even though we ain't, I mean, I just don't feel like I ain't nobody special. But it'd be cool just to connect with everybody that watches the stream, I guess. I don't know. Feels like I didn't even connect all the way with y'all because it was y'all first time in Vegas. I already been to Vegas about 50, 11 times. So it's like y'all was like, "We're going to Fremont Street." I'm like, "Well, I'm old and I did that when I was y'all age. See y'all later." So, it's like, and then there's the age difference too. Y'all like run the streets. I like playing a couple slots.
I don't mind slots.
By the bar, possibly.
You saw I didn't mind the slots. Like the slots were treating me quite well.
Yeah, no, I was like, these slots must like childish looking people.
Hey,
I was about to hate on you. You was winning so much. I was about to tell the people, "Hey man."
Hey Alexa, I didn't want to say nothing about the number that he threw out there.
Hey, hold on.
He said about 50, 11 times.
Hey,
and there goes my Alexa.
Hey, I was gonna tell security. He's like 16.
Yeah, that's what you gonna tell him. So what was your explanation going to be when I gave them an ID?
I'd have been like, "It's fake. He's childish as hell." And they'd have been like, "Oh, how do you know?" Then I'd have really hated. I was like, because.
That's it?
I got stuck. Never mind.
Okay.
But didn't come out.
What?
Right. Hey, Rob said I was playing the machines with a magnet in my pocket.
Don't do that.
Is that how you win?
Put that on him. Don't put that jacket on him.
Is that how you win?
No, don't do that. Go ahead if you want to. Woo!
Right, look. I'm stopping it on bonuses each time. They like, "Look, sir, we're gonna have to empty your pockets out. I don't know what's in there, but it's subtracting money, and we don't like it.
Giving you this fulfillment of time."
Right. We appreciate you for stopping in, guy. But you're gonna have to stop out now. You're out. Oh my God. Everybody yelling Buffalo.
Oh my gosh.
What is it? What
damn Buffalo
machines, dude? That's
before we left.
That's the vibe.
Before we left, I was like, "Hey, y'all have to like keep me off the Buffalo slot machines."
No, seriously, like, he was trying to explain it to me. He was like, "Yeah, now I got 11 Buffalo, and that's gonna turn into the ultimate Buffalo. That's gonna beat up this Buffalo." I'm like, "Man, I ain't got time to learn how to." It's like,
bro, how many I hit this. I walked into this bonus like I'm like ready to win like a whole bunch of money. Like it hit me, it set me up perfectly for like a massive payoff. Then it gave me like $17 on a bonus. I was like, "Man, get me out of here."
Dude, you played I feel like you played that one bonus for at least like 30 minutes, and they gave you like $17. I'm like,
$17 and some change.
I'm like, Justin over here making minimum wage at the damn slots.
Right. spending 60 to win 17.
I got a bonus. And it had 3 screens, right? And all 3 screens hit. So it was three bonuses on one spin. And it was like $900 on one spin.
Yeah, like a bad story with you, Justin, but apparently his story is still cracking. So you can't
cool. That. So apparently I just said, "Man,
I was like,
Vegas." I sat down at the poker table, sat down like first 3. I played like 7 hands. I caught pocket aces.
Wait a minute, Justin. Is that my karma? Is that karma chameleon?
Oh, no, that's the damn dog squeaking. Karma is sleep.
Oh man, you be hating on my karma time, bro.
All right, look, so when she up, I'll bring her. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna bring it right to you.
Hey,
Oh yeah, I
Corey
can't wait.
Carson,
Hey,
what's up,
baby,
man?
baby, we gotta let a little next door to Vern because Vern always wanted the baby. So apparently we're gonna be at the movies.
wow.
He gets a night out and he goes to the movie.
No, I'm just playing. I don't know where exactly I
I
will
was
go
just
with the
saying, it
time.
flips into millions of dollars, and you come, I'll be like, oh, what's up, bro? Hey, man, we're going to movies. You watch the kids? Like, hey, man, don't y'all got like 17 nannies?
Right.
We all going to the movie. Corey
Hey, we all
Carson,
going
what's
to the
good,
movie.
man? Randolph Harrison coming in with a $4.99 super chat. Just stopping by for a moment. Blessings, Wolfpack. Man, appreciate that, Randolph. Appreciate
Shout out to
it.
Mr. Harrison. Hope
Yes, sir.
everything is going well for you, sir. Still praying.
Most
Brad
definitely.
Allen.
Most definitely.
Brad Allen said you drove a Lambo while you were in Vegas. Oh, you went to that. They went to the driving where they like you do the laps. You drive like a really like a expensive car and do a lap or two. I think that's where they went.
Hello, Miss Baker. How are you doing?
Miss Camille, what's good?
No, Crypto God. I wanted to go, but I don't know. I forgot all about it, to be honest.
Hey, I forgot about it too. I forgot that was a thing.
No, I walked right past the sign about 80,000 times.
Man, it was like
And
every commercial they played was about Aisha Curry.
hey, Vern, just real quick, bro, because you know me, I don't want to mess it up. Vern. Can you hit me with an intro? If you don't mind, if it's not too much to ask, my brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man we've been waiting for. I don't want to do it today. I want Cuff to do it.
All right, then. Okay.
Wow.
I know it's gonna come from the twinkles of your ponytails.
Michael, where's Brad?
Oh my God! Hey, look. All right, so I got it, coach. Don't even worry. All right, look, ladies and gentlemen, since you guys already know, I'm definitely gonna need you guys to spam those Michael Thompson emojis. You're gonna need to put those basketballs inside the chat, guys, just so we gotta get warmed up first. Before I can even really bring him in, we gotta get warmed up. We gotta warm the chat up. I gotta feel the love in the building. It's got to be a lot of different things going on, and the math's not adding up right now. I'm not seeing enough Michael Thompson emojis. I'm not seeing enough basketballs in the chat. So if you guys can assist me with that, I think I can bring them in here. Y'all can assist. If y'all got me, that's all I'm saying. If y'all got me, I got y'all. We're going to work together to make this beautiful. All right. Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, cool. The whole window full. That's what I like to see. Number Michael Thompson's basketballs all around. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we will be bringing in somebody that has been monumental to the Saitama movement, that has been monumental to me actually streaming and actually continuing and going on with this right here, this motivational speaker, this great man that brought all these different catalysts to Saitama, this great man that has done so many things for all of us within this chat, because he has been frequently here touching people's lives. And I've seen it. I sit and read the comments most times when he's actually talking, how you guys talk about him and how you feel about the things that he says to you guys. And I feel the same exact way, which is why I'm so motivated to bring this man in. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Mother Thompson.
What?
Man, if I had the button, boy, I swear if I had the button on, I would have hit the button, boy.
Hey, Cuff, before you say anything, he took the hat off. He got the head laid down and everything.
Ain't he looking silky smooth today? My brother.
Young name slip back.
He's looking silky smooth today.
Y'all are crazy, man. Oh my God. My brothers.
What's going on, my brother?
Everything is super. How y'all doing, man?
Doing well. Crystal Robertson, congratulations on being the newest member to the Cuff and the Dip show and no friends. Congratulations.
Welcome to being a little dipper.
Man, let me tell you what. I can't tell you how much of an impact everybody had on me walking through and having this opportunity to just meet everybody, to see y'all brothers. Let me tell y'all, that meant everything to me. To finally be able to look you in the face, not virtually, shake your hand, not virtually, hug, not virtually, right? Y'all remember this? Not the virtual hug, but real embraces. That thing meant everything to me. Certainly the highlight of my trip. So thank you. So happy that we've connected in that regard.
Man, fun times. And as you can see, if you look through the chat and you scroll, man, I think the only thing I see is Michael Thompson for at least about a mile right now. So that's all I was looking for.
And chat, everybody in the chat, let me tell y'all what, I love you. I appreciate you. Nothing meant more to me than once again seeing and running into you, taking pictures and talking and looking you in the face. It meant everything. It absolutely was the highlight of my trip. It's almost never the same again. And Saitama Mama, it's virtual again, but good Lord, I was happy to see everybody. I was happy to see everybody. I can't wait till the next one. I'm already waiting and pushing. I'm already nudging already for the next one. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it bigger, better, badder. We're going to have a blast even more. This was just practice. This was the dry run. This was the run through of what's to come. Believe me, it's going to be better.
Man, you know what? Did you meet Bud?
Yeah, I met Bud.
Dude, I did. When you met him, did he scream, Michael? Did he do it?
He not only did it, but I didn't know Bud's grip was so strong because he shook my hand straight. That dude's grip is strong as I was like, oh shit. Bud's stronger than he looked.
Hey, look. Hey, just because I feel like it is entirely too funny, guy. Just because I love this guy, man. Let's go ahead and get him in here. AOL. Bud, what's going on, my brother? With the strong grip.
Hey,
strong grip.
Said he got that iron
strong. You hear me?
What's good, Bud?
Michael, Justin, and Saitama Wolfpack. Good
what
evening.
Up, Bud?
What's up, Bud?
What's happening, Bud?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Finally, we see you. Come on now.
Finally, in person, in the flesh. Finally.
Are you rested, man? Are you rested?
Kinda. I did the best I could. I got my voice back a little bit.
Oh, good.
Man.
Yeah. It was an honor to meet you guys, actually, Kaf, Vern, Michael, and Justin, and some of the Wolfpack that we met have pictures. You know, I thank you, and we're all together in this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah.
For
It
sure.
was good to see everybody. Like I was
Absolutely.
saying, me and Cuff was just saying, Mike, earlier, it's just like we didn't get a chance to just like sit down. Like I didn't get to sit down and talk to Cuff or like to really talk to Justin.
Exactly.
Like I really got to talk to Bud for hours, you know what I mean? But I just never got to talk to everybody. And it's just like, man.
I know. Hey. I felt the same way.
Man, and look, so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Mike. I was about to say, just because it correlated, I was about to ask you guys. So on that note, I know we kind of went over it briefly, but I kind of want to touch on it again just because we got everybody here. We got the whole crew here, guys. So how did you guys feel like the event went, guys? And we can start with Vern and we can go down. And you can be as brief as you want to. And I'm gonna go handle Barky really quick. Hold on.
Oh no, let's go with Justin first. He's a
okay, so you want to go from the bottom and then go
Yeah.
up. That gives me enough time.
Mike,
I like it.
The positive for life. Just
it was my first time ever going to any type of event like this. So for me, getting to dress up, getting to go into an event like the Hakkasan, and get to be a part of the first ever crypto launch party, to me that was awesome. I think a production crew would have really helped out. But outside of that, man, I had a blast in there. I got to meet literally everybody who I watched over the last few months, learning crypto, learning how to read charts. The Austin Hiltons, the Zach Humphreys, all those guys. I got to meet people that I watch every day. So for me, man, it was really, really cool, and I had a great time. Your turn, bud.
Oh, my turn. Well, first, I'm really thankful that we had this event. As Michael said a while ago, it's only a dry run. It was the first time. The second will be better, much, much better. And I feel that way. You know, and the time that you're organizing an event like this is very difficult, especially for a young company. And we haven't met each other. Just imagine that one. We spoke on the phone, but physically we haven't.
Miss Mindy, how are you doing?
Hey, Miss
AOL.
Mindy.
Another one bites the dust.
Mm.
Another one bites the dust.
Hey, the host of the show, can you please come back on mic?
And another one, and another one bites the dust. I've been here.
All right. Sorry, Mr. Thompson.
All right.
I miss you
Oh my
guys.
goodness.
Hey,
Michael's
oh my
like,
God.
Michael's like,
not
this
the
is
double-
what I've missed. I've missed
All
this
right.
right here.
Michael's like,
Bud double
why
scooping
didn't-
on AOL.
Why didn't I go on the other show?
Bud,
I chose this one.
what up? What's going on, Mandy? Hey, look. This is amazing.
Mindy,
Bud, you need to
I
hit
got a
your
real
balcony.
hug. I got a real hug in Vegas.
Bud texted me and said, go, he said go on Michael first. So we can we can go with Mike, but hey, Bud, I need you to go on your balcony. Let's go. That's best was best for everybody.
Funny. So I think for me, it was very interesting because I had an opportunity to kind of, I don't know if planning committee is the right word, but as a part of the process to kind of lead up to the event. My perspective is a tad bit different because I was in the meetings and, I heard different things, seen different things, and, I had an opportunity to input, certain things. But at the same time, for an event of that magnitude, no matter how well you try to plan, no matter how well you try to organize and orchestrate, when it goes live action, anything can happen. So I want to say from my perspective that the people that put the work in, which is all of us actually, everybody played a part, but the main committee that actually worked to put this together, I have to congratulate them for at least creating an environment that was pleasant, certainly enough to where we got a chance to kind of pull it off, so to speak. We pulled it off. Certainly it was not what everybody anticipated. It certainly was not to the level that everybody, envisioned completely when it comes to specific things that probably we wanted to do or could have done better. But just understand, like Bud mentioned, it's a startup. It's everybody's first go round. Nobody's a professional planner. Nobody's a professional event coordinator. It was just a matter of hearts coming together, minds coming together, doing the best we could with what we had in the moments that we had it. And what we had, what we felt, what we saw, was basically the culmination of good-hearted people coming together to try to make something of a much bigger magnitude actually work. And did it hit the mark that everybody anticipated? Probably not. Probably not. However, did we walk away inspired? Did we walk away feeling a sense of connection? Did we walk away, with memories that will last forever? And certainly did we walk away with hope, knowing that we're going to do better, that we're going to get better, that we're in a position that we really can see the magnitude of where we are. Like Bud said, to pull off something like this in every capacity that we were able to pull it off, it's a heck of an undertaking. It's not easy. I challenge anybody to be on a planning committee for something like this. But overall, I feel incredible. Overall, I'm excited. Overall, I'm glad we're we were there, and certainly I'm glad we're now not there. So we can really get to work and really get to planning and moving on the next event. I have to give a big shout out to all the individuals that were connected with that. Mindy, what an amazing person you are, and definitely what you contributed to pull this off. I love you. You did an amazing job. People had nothing but high things and high praises to say to you and about you that I heard, and certainly Rhea and Kat and everybody, all the dev team, everybody that played a part. What an amazing job. Tough business, tough job, tough everything. Everything you do is scrutinized. Everything you do, no matter how good you try to do it, somebody always has something negative to say. But I just want to give all praises and recognition to everybody that had a hand, losing sleep, losing time, losing money, everything to try to pull this thing off. So I have to give everybody nothing but praise and recognition for what you did. Because guess what? We're talking about it now. So we got memories to last forever. What was that?
Cuff must have hooked that cord up.
My
Oh my gosh. It's like giving a kid a Tonka truck for Christmas.
It's like giving him one of those like noisemaker toys for Christmas.
Yes. So go ahead and talk, Cuff, so we can hear your auto-tune mic.
He probably doesn't even know how to change it back.
That's the bad part. He don't even know how to turn it back, so now he has to talk like that all night.
What does it sound like?
It sounds
like your voice is in fast forward.
Like helium.
Okay, sorry.
What in the world?
Yeah, you
Couple
just
over there got a whole
All right, so guys, that was a science.
Your whole moment.
Sorry about that. So, like Vern said, I thought it was gonna work a little different. I thought I was gonna be able to slide that in there without y'all even knowing. But apparently, it starts up right immediately on BS with you. So I gotta listen to that one. And speaking of AOL situations, Bud, how are you? Oh my God, did you freeze in a smile? All right, I'm done with Bud. So sorry about the voice changer, guys. I tried to incorporate this thing on my mic, and it's little bit touchy. Sorry about that. Turn that back on and say banana. I'm done with you guys. Okay. Did it really sound like the Minions?
Yes.
Is that what it sounded like?
Basically.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to work with that, guys. I'm sorry about that. So definitely well said, Michael Thompson. Sorry about the Minions voice. I wasn't expecting to come in with the Minions voice after that. So it's a little different. Definitely a little different. So besides that factor, so we got out how everybody felt about the event. And I feel the same as everybody else. I don't know if we heard Virgo. Did you get your opinion out just yet, my brother?
No. I really don't have one. I just hope they will include because our community, we have a lot of talented people, and I wish we can have like a community like think tank for the next one to see what the people would want or what type of venue and stuff like that. Because what I was envisioning is like a kind of like a theater stage type of event type. You know what I mean? Like you would have been on a big stage type of like a MGM convention center like kind of vibe where everybody's walking towards each other and vibing at little small round tables and stuff like that. So, but I mean, I think the next one will definitely be one to remember, because one thing about Saitama, one little misstep, they're going to flip this on its head for the next event. So I know this one is going to be done. I mean, I think they're going to shock us with this one coming up.
Alf coming in with a $50 super chat. Hey fam, it was wonderful meeting you all in person. Michael, I hope you got my message today.
My man, I got to say this to Alf. I
Definitely.
did not have, that's one of the definite individuals I wanted to hang out with, spend more time with, and talk to. I did not have the opportunity to do that. So, my dude, I promise you, I'm going to make that up. We're going to definitely get together and we definitely going to get whatever we need to get done. We're going to get it done. And your message today, I have not seen it, but I will. And we're going to make it work, my good man. It was good to see you, though. At least I got a chance to dap you up, get a hug, and at least that. But we didn't get a chance to talk like I wanted to, brother.
Now I wonder who these players are right here.
Cuff, why it look like I kidnapped you or something? It look like I'm kidnapping you. You like giving a signal that
my face is always the same in these pictures, guys. That's the I either got stern, medium stern, half stern, or I don't look that stern. It might have been a smile, or he might have had to go to the bathroom. Yeah. So it's only a couple faces.
I got one picture holding your neck tight. I got one picture of Cuff where he's not like looking just stone cold.
Stone cold is the word for it. I love it. Thank you. But yes, Christine, I love this and thank you. She had this pin to her Twitter and she wanted us to check it out. And I really appreciate it. I actually love this picture. It's dope.
It says, "Good morning, Wolfpack. Awesome, I would love to give a shout out to these 4 special people in my life right now. I appreciate you. At Cuff in the Dip, Saitama Vern, Just a Man 04, and Saitama Builder. Thank you for everything you guys do for Saitama. Keep up the amazing work, guys. I love all of you."
We love you, Christine.
Yes,
man. Appreciate that. Thank you.
We love you.
Number love, all love.
Definitely appreciate it, man. Definitely. Let me see. What else can I? Let me put it back on what I had. Bam. Okay, so got that out the way, and I feel like I think the main reason people were kind of upset really about the event, if I can throw that out, is actually just because it was probably labeled as a launch event and the actual app didn't launch. So does anybody have any thoughts on that?
I mean, we knew going in.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
No, I just think everybody was expecting the launch, right? So when it didn't launch, without any notice, except when we found out at the launch, I think a lot of people was kind of put a little like, "Oh man, what's going on?" type of feeling in some people's like mind, and I can understand that. I mean, 6 or 7 months in, so that's why I'm like, let's not rush things. Let's just I believe we should have just had it in December. I think it would have made sense. Man, I think we would have had so much momentum. We could have competed with like New Year's Eve and just had something during New Year's Eve because people are going to probably do something for New Year's Eve anyway. So everybody would have been in Vegas anyway. So we could have kind of did something like that. I don't know. I mean, there's so many things we can do now. I mean, this one is over with now. All we can do is look forward. And like I said, next one is going to be amazing. We have to have a pretty spectacular one, just following this one with a couple hiccups that it did have.
Yeah, I knew last week during one of the AMAs that Russ said that if we didn't have the CERTIC audit by launch, that the app wouldn't launch. So I think we knew going into the launch party that it wouldn't actually be available. Nelson coming in with $100 super chat saying Fab 5 of the pack. Buds AOL, shake my head. MT the man, ready for the next event. Let's kill some zeros.
I love how he threw Bus AOL in the middle of the love. He put it in the sandwich. He was like, "Bud," he was like, "Love you guys, hey Bud, the AOL together, man. I love you guys again." I really
he put that Oreo effect on it.
Right. Like
good. Right.
Oh, yeah, I love it though. What's going on, Nelson? man. But so yeah, I definitely felt around that range. We definitely had hints and people telling us about the situation as far as like the launch. Well, the app not launching right at the event, so we kind of have we had a heads up, and then people were kind of waiting on that last moment for somebody to run in with that piece of paper saying, "Oh, guys, we gotta go, we gotta go." You know what I mean? Like I think that's what they were waiting on. You know what I mean? That last second decision that everybody was kind of hoping and praying for. That Saitama is releasing today. You know what I mean? But I think that's kind of like that was like that movie effect that they were waiting on to happen out of nowhere. That spectacular news, and then that one guy with that what kind of has that? Remember Harlem Nights when he came in with his pack of cigarettes? He had the hat. He's supposed to be running in with that hat back in the day with the news. You know what I mean? Like there is nobody to do that, guys. Like we didn't have that news, but we still remain calm and we remain good at the same exact time. You know what I mean? Our charts had manipulation. I feel like in it, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Like I feel like we still stood tough throughout the situation. We dropped to 0, and then we're climbing back up from that situation. All we did was just get stronger levels of support. I feel like so we're weathering the storm. We're still a new company, and people like when you have new things. I feel like people, especially in these new advancements and new things coming out, new technology, people are going to want to hate on that just because it's so new and people are seeing progress with it. I feel like
your connection is kind of breaking up, Cuff.
It's breaking up, you said?
Yeah.
DMV Tone, what's good, brother?
What's going on, Tone?
Yo, Tone in the building.
Is
it still cracking?
Yes.
I had to turn the cake down a little bit. Yeah.
Snap, crackle, and pop. Rice Krispies, my brother.
Yes.
Yeah, this time it's not a voice changer.
Crypto Pie Sonia. That's a hug.
Bill Cosby hating on me right now. It's not crackle pipe. And well, in the meantime, is it horrible?
Yes.
Okay,
It's rough.
It's terrible.
Crypto Pie, how are you doing?
Horrible and terrible mix. Terrible.
Pointer Home Inspection said you sound like Bud.
Michael.
Stevie said Bills first player.
Hey, while Cuff is getting his mic together, can we talk about how you got straddled upon?
Yeah, tell us about the introduction you had to one certain YouTuber.
Really hoping that wouldn't come up. Was really hoping
that was on all of our lists to talk about. Like and we didn't even talk about it. I just know that was on everybody's list.
Well, listen, I can appreciate enthusiasm, and hey, listen, sometimes when you get excited, you get excited, and you express it in a way that is exciting, and it was unexpected. And my back was able to withstand that surprise. So good thing. But certainly unexpected. But the enthusiasm, much appreciated. Thank you. And that.
Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna get you there. But
Vern, you should tell him how the introduction went down.
No, what I'm gonna do a reenactment with my son.
Oh shoot!
Put it on Twitter.
Oh man, you know who tells the story the best? Shannon Knox. Shannon Knox and Alexa. Those two were standing right next to each other.
Of course he would.
Shannon tells that story so well, and I really wish it was on camera.
Good thing I've been going to my chiropractor, or my back would have been on fire.
Man.
Worked out.
This is the one. That's the one picture of Cuff that I have that doesn't. He's not looking like hardcore. Like,
and it's literally, hey, mic check. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Is it cracking?
No, you're good there.
Sound good.
All right, well then we're cracking. All right, y'all will put this picture up. Y'all real funny, my brother.
You look like
Looking smooth.
stressed out.
Oh, and I'm sorry. And we actually have a guest in the back. I'm sorry about this. We have Tess Bing Mindy in the back. Let me slide her in. I'm sorry about that, Mindy.
Oh, so now we have a
And then look, as soon as I bring it in, she's like, you know what? I'm tired of this. And then left.
we got a double dose of
Left
AOL.
already.
Bud and Mindy about to form dang AOL powers.
All right, look, Cuff with the hey, them shoes were fire, my brother. I believe they were cognac.
Size 28.
Hey, look, my little boot. I ain't got no boy. That's little. Look, we got Team AOL in the building. They both came in at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup of Team AOL. Just being Mindy and Bud.
And Bud. Cut out.
Mindy, you know you got like 45 seconds before you cut out.
Shut up. Well, actually, I'm at Disney World right now, so if my Wi-Fi goes out, then it's Disney's problem. It's Disney's problem.
Okay.
And it better be legit.
For sure. For sure.
So now it's only Bud tonight. Now tomorrow, next night, that may be different. Anyway, so how is everybody?
Incredible.
Doing well. Doing well.
Good to hear you.
Michael,
Pretty
you look
good.
I gotta say, not just Michael, but all the boys, you all looked very dapper. You all looked very, very dapper for the party.
Thank you. Thank you
very much.
Yeah,
Thank
Justin,
you. So did you,
like
looking
security
beautiful.
guard, but yeah, he was dapper.
What'd you say, Vern?
Thank you.
Nothing.
He said something about you look like you was parking limousines. What'd you say?
I didn't say that.
I could have swore I heard you say I look like a pallbearer.
Right.
Wow.
Why you say I look like a funeral home director?
Like,
the one picture you made me stand there like this with my hands in front. I look like
Right.
Like,
Look. Hey, look, my hands is out because I'm wondering where our car is, and he still didn't go get it.
Next time I won't be wearing a $200 online JCPenney suit.
Wow.
You look fantastic.
You wear it well, brother. You wear it well.
Y'all. Oh man, this was needed, man. Y'all ain't missed each other, man. This is just one of them zones where you come into and you just feel like home again. Like that one lobby spot we was by all them slots where we had that little circle.
Man, that's our spot.
Yeah,
the elevator.
That was home.
That was home base for
before
real.
you cut out, man, would you like to say anything before you cut out?
Right. She said she got to study tonight.
Well, actually, I would like to say something. So that was not bad. So when I was in the chat, I was hearing you all talk about the party and stuff. Let me say this: it was the MGM planner that did all that, and it was Kat and it was Queen that worked very, very hard on it and doing that remotely. And I was just the person who was pointed to put it all together. So that was my job, was to take what all it was and, throw it together how they gave it to me. But I think the event was a success. And I don't like that place. The place that we had it, I don't like. But that's the place that they gave us for the amount of people that we had. And so that's what we had to work with. And so that's how that kind of went down. I don't think most people know that. But Kat and Queen worked very, very hard on it, like super hard on it, and remotely, which is definitely not easy. So, so just be mindful. It wasn't. We had the actual planner for the event of the company that we had the event at. So that's what you do when you have those kind of parties. Yes, you have the means to hire an outside party planner, but when it's a place like MGM, they only allow their own staff to do what they do.
For sure.
So just to put that out there. But just to, if you would, of course, give Kat and Queen recognition, because they can work very, very hard on that. And you can't judge the actions of a couple and judge that for 200,000 people. And also at the same time, like if you all look, if you all like, look at what the event was, the event itself to me was a success, and I think that most people just had their heart so set that Saitama was going to be, like some big massive bomb that was going to be dropped. We were there. That's more.
Yeah, I said that too.
I heard you. That's what I think that most of the discontent with it is basically off of those emotions, not actually what it was. Because the people that were there definitely had a fantastic time. The people that were online that night, they had a fantastic time. And so, it's just one of those kind of things. So I just wanted to put that out there because, again, they worked very, very hard on that. And I don't want that to go unnoticed or dampened because that was a whole lot of work. So, for sure. So I just wanted to put that out there. Also, Cuff, like if you put that chart up. So if you put that chart up, will you put that chart back up?
Hey, Miss Mindy, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at Omar's comment. I just glanced at it. He was like, Christine, when they asked for questions for Max, Bud came on, and the Wolfpack started speaking, and I saw Max in the back like, WTF. Bud came on, and he was a highlight.
Yeah, but hey, look, Bud's speech was definitely, he rang bells.
Hey, at least we got a shout out.
Speaking of Miss Cat T, she is actually in the chat, so we can take this time. Miss Cat T, thank you very much for all of your hard work this weekend. It was actually a pleasure to get to meet you as well, so thank you again for all of your hard work.
Shouts out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And she's like one of the sweetest girls. She's a grown woman.
No, she's dope. We actually met her.
For sure, yeah.
No doubt.
Like her. And also, I would like to say, I said it a couple of different times that people really were expecting too much. This is probably the third or fourth time I said it. People were expecting too much, you know what I mean? Especially in that we got told that there was a possibility that the State of Mass would not be released. So that's clue number one. Then once you come in, you know what I mean? Like you already seeing that it's kind of like it's directed in another direction. We're getting information and we're kind of filling the void of it not releasing. So we got the Lily information and all of the different stuff, and people were still kind of not satisfied with the information that was being given. You know what I mean? Because at the event it says, "Oh, State of Mass release," they're holding us pretty much to that. It's the State of Mass release, and you guys are not releasing the State of Mass. It's the only main focus that people were really focused on to a certain extent. I feel like so.
Oh yeah, no, I completely
you just gotta
agree
know,
with that.
Saitama is a organization that's been hitting home runs. And any misstep looks like a huge misstep, which really wasn't that big of a misstep. But I think that is a misstep, a small one for Saitama is a big deal because when you're hitting the home runs like that and you start hitting maybe a bunt and you just get on first, which is still good, it doesn't look that great when you're hitting grand slams. That's all.
That and I feel like nobody looks the greatest in the world when everybody is kind of like scrutinizing them. Like everybody's looking in because we've had such great progress. You know what I mean? Like now they're looking for every little thing to be wrong. Like they're nitpicking and trying to find everything.
We have to be ready for that as well. We have to be
but
ready
also
for
at the
that
same
as well.
time. But see, State of Mask is done. State of Mask has been done. Like it's done. They could have been irresponsible and just said, "Okay, here you go." But you have to remember, of course, who our devs are. And so they're not going to do something that's that they're not going to do something irresponsible, period. But they're definitely not going to do something that's that irresponsible. You know how many millions of dollars that would be a part of? That was the responsible thing to do. State of Mask has been done. That's been done. They already said it was done. They're doing what's the responsible thing to do for millions of dollars, and not just dollars to the world, our dollars. So no, they did the responsible move, and I commend them for it because they take a heat over it, but they did the responsible thing and the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. Business wise, most definitely. Which is why I kind of wanted to ask these questions and get all of these different point of views, so we can kind of like step on a lot of the different FUD that was out there, because everybody has a different point of view of what exactly went on at the event. You know what I mean? And real quick, what's going on, Hip Hop Gamer?
Yes, sir.
What's going on? It was a pleasure meeting you, man.
Hey, this dude came in there like,
how are you doing?
This dude came in there like he ran the joint, and it was cool the way he walked into the party. He walked in
look, man, I got spinning the chain a couple times. You feel me? What's going on
in there? He came in there
Okay,
hot and looking good with him.
Yeah, we
chains
still
on.
hey, hip hop gamer. I didn't forget, man. We still got to get that interview in, man.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
That's my dude.
Definitely got to get that interview, man. We got to get a hip hop gamer in the building. But back to what I was saying though. I really feel like, you know what I mean, like people. Well, for one, people need to kind of bring their expectations down a little bit. We're still like everybody that's doing it is still human. Nobody is a machine. They went from in Russ we trust to kind of nah, what's going on with Russ, man? I don't really like that one decision, but the other 85 decisions, I loved it, and I was right behind them, and I was co-signing on everything. You know what I mean? So how do we go from that to you know what I mean? Like to from in Russ we trust to that. You know what I mean? That transition is too rapid for one thing.
You're talking about human beings. They expect excellence from others, but not themselves. It's just, it's human.
In the same instance, you know what I mean? Like if you expect excellence from somebody else, doesn't that mean like all around, which means our behavior, our mannerisms, how we carry ourselves, you know what I mean? Regardless if it's as a businessman or as a person.
I get what you're saying, bro, but in a perfect world, but you're talking about people that invest. Some people invest like $100 and they think they are like the CEO of the company. And they get mad if there's a misstep, and I would have did this and I did that. Okay, you say that, but you know, so I mean, once you're hitting home runs like Saitama's been hitting, anything that's a misstep, if you're the DJ, don't cue the music in right, that's a misstep.
Look, but I need to
every little thing, man.
Vern,
every
real
little
quick
thing people are gonna scrutinize. That's all I'm saying.
Vern, real quick, look. So I definitely want to, just because I know I feel like everybody wants to hear it. Mike, how do you feel on this subject? Just because I threw it out there, and I want to hear your opinion on how you feel about what I just said. Like I feel like that transition. I mean, Vern has his opinion, you know what I mean. But I want to just go through the panel. I feel like that was a rapid transition.
Yeah, I know one of the things that it's tough. You know, there's a saying that you know I can relate to that says, "Heavy is the head that wears the crown."
Facts.
And the level of expectation sometimes is a tad bit unrealistic. And you know, unfortunately, people in whatever position they're in, you know, it's not perfect. People look for perfection, which is an unrealistic expectation. There's no such thing. And so, like you just said, Vern, the reality is that, man, when you're so good all the time, when you're hitting home runs, grand slams all the time, somehow a base hit doesn't seem so significant when it could be the game changer in the game. And so, to me, when you look at somebody, specifically talking about Russ, who, you know, I talk to that dude at least 3 times a day for the most part. And when you look at somebody who doesn't have to be here, right? Doesn't have to go through this. You know, he's already successful. He's already in the place, even before he got here, he's already in a place to where he kind of doesn't have to take any scrutiny if he doesn't want to. But somebody that decides that I want to make a difference, not just be successful, but I want to be significant. I want to make a difference. And that's what this is about. So when you look at the core values, and this is what I always say, the core values of what is brought to the table, wanting to do mission driven, right? Mission driven, not just money driven, but mission driven to make a difference. And all of a sudden, all these good things that are happening, then all of a sudden, you know, it's tough when you're in a position like that, because everybody has that expectation of you to be just right, to just perfect. And if it doesn't look like a grand slam, using that analogy, it looks like there's something wrong. Which what a luxury. What a luxury people get a chance to be in when you don't have to carry the load. And all you get to do, to a degree, is just kind of watch and see what happens. And then you have the luxury to form your opinion. You know, that's a luxury. And so for an individual that's like Russ, and when you see, you know, what his heart is, his true intentions are, mindset is, focus is, what his desires are, you know, for the business, for the team, and everything that it takes to make it a reality. It's one of those things to where That's why the community is so important, which I say it so often. The community is everything. And so the community rallies around in the good, the bad, the indifferent, the community, the core of the community. That's what we need the community for, right? Because there's often obstacles that, you know, have to be climbed. You know, there's situations and decisions that have to be made that as a leader may not be the most popular decision, right? The goal here is not to get everybody to like you, but the goal here is to get everybody to rally together so we can move together, right? So the end result is, are we in a popularity contest, or are we trying to build something that is sustainable for the future, right? And so if someone is left like Russ to make decisions that, again, may not be the most popular decisions, what do we do in those moments as a community? Do you rally behind? Do you support? Or do you have the luxury to sit back and criticize? That's a luxury. If you have a chance to do, people say, well, Mike, I didn't get anything out of the meeting. I didn't get anything out of the event. I've heard that, right? And my response is, well, what did you put in it? Think about that. What did you put into it? What did you contribute? More than just the opinion of what you think it should have been. And I get it. Everybody has an opinion. But, you know, there's also a saying about opinions, which I won't repeat. But the end result is recognize what we have and recognize how far we've come. Do you know, if I may, do you know how significant it is to be in the position that we're in? Do you realize that we're almost 250,000 people? 250,000 people have decided some way, somehow, for some reason, to be a part and to be invested into this community. 250,000 people in what, 6 months' time? You know how amazing that is in any regard? 250,000 people in 6 months' time. Why would that happen? Why is that a real thing? There has to be something to it. And then when you consider the reality of this, I am a financial professional. I am someone who for the last 22 years studied companies, study leadership, to invest personally and to also recommend an investment. And in my 22 years experience, to see this happen, to walk step by step and to see what's happening here, I have a challenge for everybody on the line. Here's a challenge. If someone can show me or tell me what is the percentage gain from inception to now with Saitama, the percentage gain, can somebody give me that number real quick? What is the rate of return over the period of time from inception to now with Saitama? Somebody could give me that return. I want to put it in perspective. What is it? What is that? Can somebody throw it in that chat?
167,000%.
Say that one more time. From inception to now, what is the total rate of return from inception to now? What was that number?
On CoinMarketCap, all time we are up 167,353%.
Troy says 190,000. We got a lot of numbers being thrown out, guys. We're gonna have to centralize that because that is this one.
Well, I'm on CoinMarketCap right now. I got Saitama pulled up, and I have all.
CoinMarketCap is a very reliable source.
It's telling me that we are up 167,353%.
Okay.
Let's put that in perspective. A 6-month-old company, nearly 250,000 people have said there must be something to this and have invested in this company. Right. And that 250,000 people from start to right now, the gain, the positive gain, over 100 and how much again, Justin? I have to hear it again.
167,353.
In a what period of time?
Under 6 months.
I want that to sink in for a second. I'm in corporate America. I'm certainly in the know of understanding what those numbers represent and how. And I'll give everybody a challenge right now. Here's a challenge. Just with that alone, here's a challenge. I challenge you to go ahead and look up any company in the exact same period of time, a Fortune 500 company, a Fortune 100 company, a Fortune 50 company. And please put in the chat a company Name any big name, brand name company. Please put in the chat any company out there in corporate America as we know it. I'm talking big brand name companies, Fortune 50 companies. And please share with me which one has returns like that in the same period of time from 5 months ago to now, 6 months ago to now. Don't worry, I'll wait. Just consider that for a second. That alone, period, is something that you have to recognize. You have to understand is a very powerful position. And watch this. Here's the good part. Even still, we can say, we still haven't even launched yet. We can still say that right now. That actually is a positive. That actually is powerful. So here we are now looking at the lesser of two evils. So watch this. From a corporate standpoint, from the position of leadership, here was the choice. And I ask you, what choice would you make if you were in the same situation? Mindy touched on it and she did a marvelous job with that. There's a very powerful point that she made. So here's the choice. What if you're left with this decision to where you have the opportunity, say the mask is done, it's been done, right? It's complete. But here you are with a leadership decision that says, I have many thousands of people. As a matter of fact, I have nearly 250,000 people who is waiting, anticipating for this launch to happen on this particular day. Is it ready? Yeah, it's 100% ready. It's ready to go, and it looks good. I can let this go now. We can launch this now and run the risk that there could be something wrong because we launched it before the audit was completely done. We can launch it and run the risk. Let's look at the backlash. Which backlash would you rather anticipate? Which backlash would you rather endure as a leader? The backlash of, oh, the main thing didn't launch on the exact day it was supposed to launch. Suppose it's 2 weeks later. So we're going to deal with, hey, you promised that it was going to be launched today. You promised that it was going to be launched on this moment. Of all the great things that's happened, remember, over 100 and what percentage return, Justin?
167,000%.
167,000%. 250,000 people following and growing even more since I've been on this line. That's happened, but we didn't launch on the exact day. That was marketed. That was publicized. Didn't happen on the exact day. The executive decision was, let's not launch it now. Why? Because we want to do the responsible thing. Why? We want to do the thing that actually carries us through long term and not just for the immediate motivational aspect of just letting it go because this is the day. So here's the backlash we deal with. Which one would you rather deal with? We didn't launch it on the day. It may take 2 weeks longer. Oh, 2 whole weeks longer. Or launch it early and something goes wrong. Somebody is hacked. Something goes wrong. Imagine that backlash. And guess what? That backlash, that doesn't take a lot of people. Let one person get hurt from us launching prematurely. What do you think the ripple effect that would cause? So imagine a leader that's willing to take the heat of individuals who were not satisfied because the decision was made to actually not launch on the day that was advertised, the day that was marketed. Is that okay? Would you respect somebody that's willing to take this heat from people that actually have very little to do with the actual production or the launch of, say, the wallet, say, the mask? I respect that decision. I feel safe with leadership that's willing to take and make decisions like that at the moment like that. Because guess what? Jeremy, you're right. No matter what you do, haters are going to hate. But guess what? If you love it, if you love and you believe, this little setback is nothing more than just, hey, we got 2 more weeks to say we're 160-something,000% up and we still haven't launched yet. It's still powerful. We're still growing. It's still powerful. That's even more powerful to me. Think about that for a minute. Consider where we are and consider where we're going. Is it is it fair to leadership to be in a position to where you have to make a decision that may be the unpopular decision, but it's the right decision. It's the responsible decision. I can live with leadership like that.
Facts.
Can you? Yes.
Let me help Michael.
Yes. I hear Bud.
Let me help you. Okay.
I need it.
All right. Yeah, because you need a little bit of rest. Okay. Okay, here. Ladies and gentlemen, Saitama Wolfpack, I understand fully the executive decision that was made. Am I on? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, completely.
That executive decision will be the future of Saitama. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of headaches, negative comments, but you know what? We accept that one. We brush it off. Let's move on. Saitama is coming, and the 167% that you are looking at, let's say goodbye to that one because there is a big surprise. Okay.
For sure.
Here. Our staging breakout is 1892. 6 zeros, 1892 from here. Okay. That 1892 will be followed by 3178, 6 zeros, 7777, 6 zeros, and we're gonna approach and we're gonna put a challenge on 5 zeros, 3178. All right, that is what the chart is showing. What you're looking at now on the chart, Kaf, if you could please put it on, let me see, 4-hour chart.
This is the 4-hour chart.
Oh, this 4-hour chart. Let's put it on 3-day, please. All right. What happened was we put up an all-time high, which is 1698. 6 zeros, 1698, coming from 9 zeros. All right, in just a couple of weeks. That is powerful. On a technical breakout, when you put that number, which is 1692 was my target, it went over it. This is 1698, guys. We should be very, very happy. True, you're going to lose some of the profits you're going to have. It's just a paper profit. So who cares, right? You got a paper profit, you got a paper loss. But the beauty on this one is from 1698, which is the all-time high, we have a technical pullback, which is a 3-day pullback. We went up to 5946. That is over 62% retrace on the technical Fibonacci retracement. Now I'm talking technical here. So watch out for this one because we have consolidated already 2 days. Okay? And we are above the support levels that we have established for the past 6 months. Be proud of it because, you know, paper loss is paper loss. Doesn't matter. All right? I lost money. You guys lost money. The developers lost millions. Okay? Saitama Wolfpack lost thousands. You know, investors like me. But we are here for a long run. The technical breakout did not happen. So what's going to happen now? We are moving above the 1698 level, which is the tops, and we are breaking out from there. So the 5 zeros, when Saitama is launched in the next couple of days, watch out. The listings, watch out. Okay? The volume precedes price. We have 250 million a few days ago, 252 million a few days ago, 175 million in dollar volume a few days ago. What do we have now? Under $24,000 volume. That is a perfect setup. So, you know, anybody can do anything, but I'm very happy with the chart because Saitama Wolfpack will move on to bigger goals. And that 167% gain is going to be 3 times, 4 times that one. It's not a financial advice, okay? But I'm basing it on technical analysis, the value of the company. We even did not execute We only executed partnerships. The implementation of those businesses is coming, guys. Okay, it's
Definitely.
coming.
But what I really want to touch on really quick is just because that is a follow up to that, and this is a question to Mike and everybody else in any order, but I do want everybody to actually answer the question. So, how do you guys feel like the actual status of the company is right now?
Let
So
me
that's
just continue.
a open question. I don't know who wants to go first with that, but
I'll answer. All right. I have touched already a portion of it on the company wise. We have executed partnerships. Company wise, we are doing excellent. Okay, excellent. It's beyond imagination for a 6-month-old company. Now, the next level of that one will be more powerful because we're gonna have the business implementation of those partnerships. Okay, we are zero debt, guys. Zero. We owe anybody. Okay, nothing. So you have to put them into perspective. Okay, for me, I'm very happy with my position. Okay, I don't have much, but I'm happy for the Wolfpack. You know why? You put that money investment that you have now, you will not see those numbers in your wallet. Go to one security in cryptocurrency. Go to the stock market. You can see that return. I've been through this one several times for 20 years. Okay, this company, as Michael said, is indescribable. You know why? It's a movement, and at the same time, it's people who are invested over 250,000 people in just 6 months. Watch this one when Saitama implements and is executed and it's implemented. You will see powerful games. All right, thank you.
Okay, I like it, but all right, Justin, let's just go up a ladder. Justin, how we feeling?
Man, I'm strong as ever. We still have every catalyst ahead of us. Like the guys have said, every major listing, every major move that Saitama has positioned itself in is still ahead of us. And like Michael said earlier, 167,000% in less than 6 months, and Saitama still isn't launched. It's mind blowing to see. And what really gets to me is the fact that there's so many powers to be trying to attack and trying to tear us down. People don't waste their energy on things that they know aren't going to succeed or aren't threats to their business. I think Saitama is a direct threat and competition to a lot of tokens, and I think a lot of these other projects in the community see that and are doing their damnedest to pull us down and tear us down. But honestly, they're throwing toothpicks at a brick wall. We are so strong. This community continues to grow day by day, hour by hour. And so it's crazy people could still think this could be a rug pull. It's amazing. We're up 167,000%, and we've gone up like 30,000 people since this weekend. It's mind blowing how people can still think that. But man, I am so bullish on this project, on this company. The leadership made tough decisions, and a leadership who is able to make that tough decision for the betterment of the community. And that's leadership I want to stand behind. That's leadership I want to be out in front and leading, being transparent, taking on instead of letting things come to them and having to play defense. I love this project. I love this company. I love the leadership. I love the community is amazing. And man, I couldn't be more bullish on a project or on a company than I am on this one here.
Okay. Well, of course, next will be Mike.
I'm probably in a position that I almost can't explain. It's tough to put it in words. And I guess maybe my twisted way of thinking, first of all, I love a challenge. I love being a target. You know why you're a target? You know why the company is a target? You know why everything is coming, like Justin said? It's because people feel threatened. Other companies feel threatened. Guess what? When you're sitting around doing nothing, when you're sitting around being small and you know, uneventful, unimaginable, any of those things, nobody bothers you. When you're in your lane, being little, thinking small, doing small things, nobody bothers you. But when you decide to step away from the crowd and start to move further, start to get bigger, start to make more noise, start to reposition yourself in a bigger space, guess what? Everything tries to come at you. Everything. Why? You know how they say if you can't beat them, join them? Well, what if you can't join them? Then you try your best to beat them again. And what if you can't beat them? It's almost as if a train. Think about a train that's many, many thousands of tons, a mile long. When that train builds momentum, how many things could stand in front of a train and survive? Not too many things. How many obstacles could stand in front of a train that has momentum and actually survive? Not too many.
Not disintegrate?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. See, what's happening is we're on this train. Saitama is this train, and it is building momentum. It is getting stronger by the minute. It is getting stronger. It is moving faster. The more connections, the more attention, the more partnerships, the more all of these things is building momentum. Guess what's starting to happen? The obstacles are going to come, right? They're going to come. They're going to try. They're going to try to shoot. They're going to try to throw things. It's going to try. Every company out there, look at the history has proven. Look at any company out there, the major corporations out there. Look at everything that tries to come at them all the time. Why? Because they're a threat. They're significant. When you're insignificant, nobody bothers you. When you're significant, you become a presence, you build a presence, you take up space. Guess what? People don't want space taken up. So guess what they try to do? They try to fight. They try to throw. They try to disengage, they try to communicate things to throw off. Why do you think people try to fight against the community? Why do you think people try to start FUD in the community? Because they know the community is the driving force. So if I can frustrate the community, if I can infiltrate the thoughts of the community, maybe we have a chance to kind of disproportionately move people out of the way, move people's thinking out of the way. We can uproot people because their thinking now has been shaken. So why don't they attack anything else? Can't attack Saitama. Can't attack that. You definitely can't attack the partnerships. You can't attack that. Guess what you can try to attack? The mindset of the community. Why? Because that's the driving force. That's the catalyst. I've been saying it since day one. The most powerful catalyst that we have is our community. It is the community. Why? Because it's the community that drives this. It's the community. This is a community token. This is a community company. It's built off of the community. So think about this. If I can confuse or try to confuse the community, if I can try to frustrate the community, if I can try to get the community to doubt, if I can try to get the community to be in fear, right? What's that fun? Yes. I can try to spread it with the community. That's the thing that they're trying to do. But that's why I say it's the mindset of the community that's going to do this. You know why? Because it's our own belief that beats that. It's our own belief that establishes us. It's our own reasoning why we're here in the beginning. Why are you here in the beginning? It certainly can't be just because it's a hot day in the charts. It certainly can't be just because of that. It certainly can't be just because, hey, the charts are good, so I'm good. It can't be that. It's got to be the core values of why you were here in the first place, why you want to be a part of the community in the first place. I don't know about you, but I appreciate friends that's with me through the good, the bad, and the ugly. I appreciate friends and connections that's with me in the good times and the bad times. Imagine being in a relationship, period, to where they're only with you when things are good. Imagine that. Imagine people that are only connected to you when you're up here. Imagine that. But then when the challenge comes, I love a challenge. Let me tell you why I love a challenge. Because nothing is more transparent in any relationship than the challenging time. Because it shakes the ground, shakes the foundation. And whoever is not solid, guess what they're going to do? They're going to fall. And guess what? In this reality, in the place that we're moving, we can't move with weakness. You can't move with people that are unsure. You can't move with people who are not solid. So I love the opportunity when challenges come because it tests the foundation of who's really with you and who's really not. And if this is a community-driven situation, your mindset has to be 100% engaged on this mission, 100% engaged on this focus of where we're going. And you look at the numbers, you look at where we are, look at where we've come from, and look at where we're going. Nothing should shake you. Nothing should matter in your mind about anything negative. I see negative. Don't you think I see it? I see it. I hear it. But guess what I don't do? I don't indulge in it, right? I recognize it enough to know how to navigate, but guess what I won't do? I absolutely will not let it consume me, and I certainly won't give it the attention that it's asking for, because you know what I do? I fight it with positive. I fight it with continued movement forward. I fight it with continued focus, and I hold tight to my belief as to why I was in the first place. So my mindset and my focus of where we are as a company right now, we are in the perfect position for massive explosion. Perfect.
That's right.
That's right. All the key elements for explosion are showing itself so apparent right now. The harder they fight, guess what? The harder it is to surrender. The harder the fight, the harder it is to surrender. So guess what we don't do? We don't surrender. Guess what I'm not? I ain't scared of nobody. Guess what I'm not? I ain't scared of a thing. Come at me. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to get ran over. And that's what's happening with this train. This train is coming at you, and it's coming strong. So keep moving, keep fighting. I love where we are right now. Because guess what? It's shaking the ground, and it is building the foundation even stronger, because those who hold on tight, those are the ones that's going to experience the most massive growth in financial history.
Absolutely.
All right. I definitely agree with that. All right, Vern, you up next. And Mike, I appreciate what you just said. Want to know why? Because you just hit me with 2 more questions. I'm just messing with you. No, seriously though. Things that you said within what you just said right there, I have 2 more questions to follow up with that. We're gonna do that as we get
perfect.
You know.
Perfect.
No, don't get me wrong. Like, you gotta like separate the 2 things that I'm saying. People always like misconstrue what I'm saying. Did the event go off like I thought it should? Of course not. That's just me. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but I take pride in this company, and I think we missed up. So people can disagree or agree with me. That's just my opinion. I really don't care. That's just my opinion. But what I'm saying is, let's not be crazy and sell your bag because an event didn't go 100% right. Like, you have to understand there's different levels. Like, one event, that's just one event. The first event, it didn't go right, but we have the Saitama, we have Coinbase, we got all of these things going on. So just for an example of let me just wrap everything up so everybody won't be like, oh, what's wrong with Vern? Nothing's wrong with me. I use my common sense. Just look at what crypto.com did. The Staples Center is now crypto.com. And guess what crypto.com did today? They're on Coinbase. They jumped like 20-something cents. They did the news together. They gave us a combination. They gave us that uppercut, and then Tyson hit you with the elbow. That's what they did today with their coin. Boom. I didn't even know that crypto.com was going to be on Coinbase until today. So they kind of snuck that up on me, and I was like, wow. So that's what I'm saying. Is just, man, once we get it perfected like that, there's no stopping us. Binance comes, the Saitama comes, and all these other coins is trying to get on the Saitama. And I don't know how that work if they have to buy Saitama to get on the listing or whatever. If that's the case, then just imagine what that's going to do to the burning of the coin, the token.
Man.
So let's not get it wrong. Do not sell. It's not financial advice though, but if that will make you sell, then you weren't with us in the beginning. So that the thing is, what this plan is, like I always said, is to shake out everybody that's not going to believe. Don't get me wrong, I still believe, but did we do a misstep? Yeah, but wasn't a big one? Not really. But yeah, it was a misstep. So let's just move forward to the next one and just be done with it. This is my last time talking about it because it was the first one. We're good.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. Just
right,
wait another 30 days and we'll see.
All right, so since I'm the last one, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and then I'm going to ask my next question. Just because, like I said, Mike hit me with 2 questions when he was talking, and I feel like those questions I already want to ask. So my answer to that question is going to be followed by a token. So if you guys know, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know, so if you've been in the crypto world for a little bit, SafeMoon had an issue, right, with the wallet, and had an issue with development. So people began to sell off. They sold off pretty tough, not gonna lie. And everybody's like, oh man, it's gonna fail, this, that, and the other. FUD started to spread. So just pay attention to the process. So if something went wrong, the FUD started to spread. Then after that, people started to sell off because they're like, oh yeah, man, you know what? Everybody's saying it, so it's real. You know what I mean? It has to be real because everybody's saying it. You know what I mean? Well, not really everybody's saying it. It's just a small amount of people are saying it. You know what I mean? And it's circulating. So now you feel like that's the news of the day. So you sell your bag. Somebody else sells a bag. It's a chain reaction of people who weren't really like strong within the project, like Vern said, kind of shaking the leaves. You know what I mean? But if you pay attention to it, when they got things kind of together and that wallet came out, that price shot up out of nowhere, and nobody kind of really expected that type of event to happen because as soon as the wallet came out, man, when I said that price shot up, that price shot up. I had some on accident, and I was like, baby, was the one. Oh my God, it might not be real, but it might be real. Like it shot up like that. Like I didn't even understand it because like I wasn't really paying attention to. I'm Saitama cinematics, you know what I mean? So like it was just, but that type of situation is kind of ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like for people to, for one thing to happen on a good company, you know what I mean, and everybody to just sell off and just lose all hope and it kind of losing their position, and then all of these new people kind of come in like, oh, they don't want this spot, and then kind of pick up the slack. I feel like it's all about demand. It's about demand, and we have that demand. Mm-hmm. So regardless to people wanting to sell off, put FUD in the air, there are still going to be strong people that are going to send out a message that tells you the exact opposite. So as long as you still have influencers like me out there telling you guys what a factual information, you got Mike coming in on telling you factual information, Mindy, Justin, Vern, Bud, you know what I mean? Like we're out here trying to spread positivity and like I said, facts, rather than people are trying to spread FUD on the company and bring us down when they're, like Mike said, how do you stop a train? Like I'm not stepping in front of that. Like if there was a group of, if these group of people were if there was a literal story and they were waiting on us to come and they see the train coming and they're trying to do their best, they're throwing rocks, they don't put sticks on the track further down, the train's still coming, they don't put a wall in front of it, they knock over the wall, and now they're standing there out of ideas and they're like, you know what, maybe we can just stop it together, we all get together behind it, you know what I mean, in front of it, and try to stop the train. Me personally, I'm not that guy. I'm not a follower like that. I'm not stepping on this track so that I can figure out if we as a group collectively can stop a train. I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? So if that is the case, you know what I mean, you can't stop people from doing what they want to do, but that's just, I mean that's just facts what Mike said. Like there is no stopping what's meant to be. So, and that actually brings me to my next question that Mike actually struck up. So a lot of people are talking about like I said, like we just went over the status of the company and what happened during the launch as far as people dumping off and a possible manipulation of the chart. So with that being said, how do you explain to people to join into our company? And currently it seems like people are kind of trying to sabotage the company. So Mike, your speech about the train kind of puts it into kind of perspective, you know what I mean? But is there any way that we can elaborate to people who have that misconception of what's going on?
That's why I believe that our advantage in all of this is the fact that education is still the key. I think most of the time when it comes to this, and realize that crypto as a whole is still new, it's still in its infancy stage. Again, you talk to 10 people and probably barely two of them could have an in-depth conversation with you about crypto, period. But then as you bring it down or narrow it down to a specific company like Saitama, inside of it, the gap grows even more. People don't understand. You don't know what you don't know. And so it's up to us, right? As the community, once again, the community, to educate individuals, to help them to understand what crypto is, what it does, how it functions, how it moves. But then at the same time, share with them what we really believe. Like, it's our belief that makes the difference. It's our convictions that makes the difference. Most of the time, people don't just bump into Saitama for the most part. Most of the time, they're connected through somebody else. It's something that was shared. It was something that was told, right? So in that regard, what are we saying to individuals? What are we sharing with individuals? What is our level of conviction when we're talking about it? So in that regard, most people don't even know what they're getting into unless we explain to them, unless we share with them and bring it to them. So in that regard, that's where I believe that it's us, our voice, our conviction, our dedication, our commitment to sharing this information and this knowledge to make sure it's presented the right way and make sure that people understand what they're doing, why, and then understand why we're doing it. That's where our conviction comes in at. I talk to, when I go to buy a car, I don't know what makes it start up. I can't explain to you all the mechanics of what goes behind me pressing the start button. All I know is I want to drive. All I know is when I step in the car, I want to press the gas and it goes. And if you could share with me why, because people don't buy off of all the technical stuff anyway. They don't buy anything. They buy it off of what your conviction is, and they buy off of how it makes them feel. That's the thing. It's how it makes people feel. People don't want to come into something where it's overly technical because most people are not going to understand. But when I talk to people, I share with them what we're about and why we're doing it. They buy my conviction. They buy my belief. Most of the time, they have no idea what the heck I'm talking about if I try to bring them into a technical element. But if I bring them into the reasonable personal element of why, what, and how I feel about this, then in most cases, when they come in, they don't understand this thing. They don't understand it that way, but they understand me. They understand why I want to do it. They understand why I get involved, why I believe this thing is moving forward. That's where it's up to us to speak with our own conviction. That's why our belief has to be solid. Because if our belief isn't solid, what in the world do you think somebody else's belief is going to be when they come in here? So our belief, our commitment, and it's our conviction that people come in to take a look at what Saitama is all about. And that's where I believe we stand. So when it comes to people coming in and things start going on, we infuse their belief. Because guess what they do first? People borrow our belief first until they believe. They borrow it from us first until they believe. That's where I believe we move to that next level with.
I can add something on Michael, if it's okay, Cam.
Go ahead.
All right. Michael is absolutely correct. Okay. People come to our company to invest, to trade, and to stay. All right. In the crypto world, I've been in crypto since 2017. It is a trader's market. You know why? People like me, small people, they're satisfied with $100 profit. They move on. $200 profit, 300, 400. It depends on how much you invest. That is the crypto world. It's a trader's market. Now, how do we change that perception? That perception is changed through the company goals, business partnership. I'm going to go back to it again. Business partnership, execution, and implementation. We are now on Saitama. We started with Saitama. We're going to have our wallet. Our wallet will become an exchange. It will be a listings coming in. We will have transactional fees, and the pairings will all be, most of them will be Saitama, X token, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's all paired with Saitama. What will it do with our income and financial status? Very, very stable. All right. Once you have a stable income and investors see that, like individuals like me, you, and we move up to the ladder, which is institutional. Okay. The institutional investors will be looking for a diamond in a rough, believe it or not. Okay. I've been in the stock market for over 20 years. That's what we look at, is a diamond in a rough where we can stay, we can sleep at night, that we're holding, that our investment is very strong, and you don't have to worry about fluctuations. What fluctuations are you talking about, bud? Look at Bitcoin, okay? From 68,000 to 57,000, and then it went to 29,900. Institutional investors came in, the weaklings, sellers got out because they want to protect their profit. Where is it now? Back to 58,000. It put an all-time high of 68,000. Who are the ones invested? Only the strong ones and investors. That's what we want with Saitama, okay? We want investors, all right? Day traders are okay. We can buy and sell. We can control that one. It's a trader's market, as I said. But the long goal on this one, see, I'm in business too, okay? My perception is business. It's not really crypto, okay? Michael's business, he's seen gazillion of these businesses because he deals with it every time for the past 20 years. What he's telling you is absolutely correct. I stand with it because that's my perception. Now, how do we bring in people or investors? We execute, we implement the partnerships that we have. These prices right here, I'm telling you, give it 30 days, as Vern said. Actually, give it a few more days, okay? That I just cannot draw the lines on this one because I'm not on my laptop and I don't have that internet connection. I only got my iPad Pro. But if I draw this one and if I show it to you, you will be amazed at what Michael is saying. You better believe it. So Saitama Wolfpack, my last word for this question, okay? If you can hang into this one, do it. It's not a financial advice. You get out, that's fine. But when you buy in again, it's going to be higher. You'll be kicking your back. That's all I can say. Watch for the next few days.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Glad we get that out of the way. Did anybody else have an opinion on that, or say anything before I ask another question?
And you got another one? Let's ask it.
Yeah. So my next question there, because actually it was so good while you was talking. I actually wrote it down. So I want to know what exactly is your background, because you threw it out there, and I think a lot of people don't understand what your background is, and I know you briefly touched on it, Mike, but I think if you did like a brief overview of that, people will understand like why you say some of the things you say.
Yeah, I actually 22 years plus now. September actually. Wait a minute. What month are we in?
November.
Oh shoot, I'm 23 years now. September 1st made 23 years. I'm 23 years in the financial services industry, in the traditional lane of financial services, licensed professional. My business background is literally studying companies, breaking down companies, recognizing and understanding what their durable competitive edge is in a specific industry or marketplace, studying the leadership of the company, studying what their, just their advantages overall are, the debts, the expenditures, everything that would make a company, or at least position a company to be successful. Those things are what I study in order to determine if I want to not only invest myself, but also recommend, which is more of a responsibility, to where when you recommend an investment, licensed to do so. That's been my background and what I've done. I've broken down companies for 23 years now to decide and to determine whether it's a positive investment or something to stay away from. And once again, when I saw Saitama and I was able to break it down, even though it's a different industry, so to speak, it's kind of the same, but there are some elements that you still can look for to determine if there's value and something worth investing in. And so I got to the place when I saw Saitama and started to break it down, I knew I made the right investment. And guess what? It definitely is the right investment for me, for my objectives, and certainly it was well worth the while to recommend this investment. So that's my background. I'm a financial professional, licensed for 23 years in this world. Durable competitive edge is what I look for. Intrinsic values are what I look for in a company. The leadership, mindset of the leadership, is what I look for to determine whether it's a worthwhile investment for myself and for potential clients.
Okay. So somebody said they worked with you and you were definitely legit.
My man, Jeremy. That's my guy right there. That's my guy. He definitely did. Jeremy is awesome. Jeremy in his own right is an expert too. He's an expert marketer.
Okay, that's up. Definitely like things like that. Okay, so I'll just because I don't want to get too much. I want to get back to get back to the normal vibe too, and I feel like this question needs to be hashed out. I've heard talk that we're incorporated with the NBA, or what was it? Anybody want to clarify on that? Somebody said we're incorporated with NBA or retired NBA's Veterans League. What was it again, guys? Who are we incorporated with?
Yeah, if you don't mind, let me please clear this air. I must do this. It is important that we are all on one accord with this. It has to be crystal clear. And we have been clear on this before, at least I thought, but as it turns out, I think there just needs to be more clarity. Let me be perfectly transparent and clear with you again, is that I have seen information, or I've seen things that, the community has somebody or maybe a collective group of people have put together, actual information, so to speak, that has us to where we have agreements or partnerships with the NBA Retired Players Association and the NBA, right? That is not true. That has never been true. We do not have any association or affiliation specifically with the NBA Retired Players Association. Saitama LLC, and anything connected to Saitama does not have a specific and a direct agreement with the NBA and the NBA Retired Players Association. We do not. However, I believe where the wires have crossed is we do have, however, NBA retired players in our organization. We do have current NBA players in our organization and in our company as holders. So please be clear, the documentation and things that are going out or have gone out that have circulated, it has to be noted that we do not, Saitama LLC, does not have a direct agreement or affiliation with specifically the NBA Retired Players Association. That's a specific and a direct entity, and or the NBA, the National Basketball Association. We do not have agreements with them. Again, however, we do have NBA retired players that are in our organization as holders. However, we do have NBA players, current NBA players, who are in our organization as holders, but there is no agreement and no specific tie or correlation with Saitama LLC with the NBA or NBA retired players. So anything that's circulating with the NBA logo on it as it relates to Saitama, anything that's circulated with the NBA Retired Players Association, those are entities that we do not have affiliations with directly. Those are specific people, specific entities that give agreements, licensing agreements and those things with all affiliations. We do not have that. So I have seen marketed material that's been going out. Somebody created it, and these things go around. These organizations, they actually look for situations like this. They have teams of people and teams of attorneys that go out and look for any misrepresentation in that regard. And we do not want that. We want to be crystal clear. We do everything above board, and we do everything very transparent with the community. So anybody that knows of or anybody that has any connection with anything or anybody that has the NBA logo, the NBA Retired Players Association logo, anything in that regard, as it relates to Saitama, it is a non-legitimate document. So if you didn't get our information specifically from Russ or the dev team directly, it is not legitimate. You must question it and you must show it to be something that is not legitimate. So at this moment, I hope this is clear. And so let me ask a question just so I can make sure it's clear. This is from the panel. So anybody on the panel, is there anything that I have said just now that is not clear in regards to our affiliation with the NBA Retired Players Association and our affiliation with the NBA, which we have no affiliation to either, but we do have players, current players and retired players that are a part of our organization and holders with our company. Is there any misunderstanding in that statement?
None at all. Pretty clear. Pretty crystal clear.
Awesome. So that's where I believe we need to be clear. And this is why we have to be careful, because I've seen it. I've seen how, and I appreciate everybody's, in the community. I appreciate our, vim and vigor and wanting to, disseminate information, anything. But we just have to be very careful because we are a corporation. We're not just a token, right? We are a corporation. And there are certain guidelines that we must follow and we must be clear on. And so we can't be reckless kind of with our dissemination of information or the interpretation of information. So we'll do our best to be as clear as possible. But here's an easy rule of thumb. If it did not come officially from Russ and or the dev team, whatever information we have, you cannot count it as factual. And you certainly cannot circulate it. So if you're making things, kind of on your own based off of information that, could be incomplete or information that could be incorrect, that could have severe backlash on the company, right? So today I did have a very specific conversation with the president of the NBA Retired Players Association, and I wanted to make it clear with him and that organization and make it clear with us that once again, we have no official affiliation with the NBA Retired Players Association or the NBA, but we do have players that are from both organizations that are in our specific Wolfpack community. So if you see anything that's made, if it didn't come from Russ, if it didn't come from the dev team directly, we cannot count it as fact. Can we control everything? Can we control everybody? No, but just so it's known, please play this part back. Please share this part that we, once again, do not have any affiliation with the NBA or the NBA Retired Players Association. The only connection that we have is we do have players that are retired players. We do have players that are current NBA players in our team. So let's make sure we keep that straight and keep that official. And if anything you're going to play back, or if anything that you're going to, because I've seen it, anything you're going to screenshot and put into quotations, put that into quotations and spread that around, right? Even the WNBA, guess what we have? We do have WNBA players that are in our organization, but we do not have any official affiliation, any contractual agreement with the actual organization of the WNBA. So thank you for that. Definitely the WNBA is in this circle as well. No affiliation, no legal tie, no commitment or agreement with any of those organizations. Only the players who are at their own discretion to be a part of our organization. How's that?
Sounds like you broke it down thoroughly, sir.
Crystal clear.
If you don't understand that by now, man, you got some issues.
With my limited vocabulary, I did the best I could just now. So I hope it's clear.
Man, that was quite broken down. Let's just say that.
Awesome. There it is.
Okay. Well, now that we have cleared that up, man, let's see. Does anybody in the chat have any relevant questions to anything that was said previously, or to any of the questions that were asked? Go ahead and throw that out there. Now that we know all the affiliations that we do and do not have, so that everybody can spread that around, so we can not have any legal issues in the future.
That's right.
I saw a question in chat a while ago. Baron asked, "Are we in communication with the orgs to have agreements in the future?"
No, I don't think so. I mean, at this moment, it's not really a need to, because we do have the players. And so players are eligible to make their own decisions. So at this moment, we've just been dealing strictly with the players. And believe me, those organizations and players, current and former, it's a real tight community. It's a tight fraternity. So usually the word travels pretty quickly. And that's what we've been dealing with as well, in a good way. You know, people are being very, very excited to become a part of what we're doing that are, again, current and former players. But to speak with the leagues directly and to connect with them directly, not a real need to, because there are a lot of legalities with that, and there is a lot of red tape going with that we, quite frankly, don't necessarily need to deal with right now. We only deal with the players that want to be involved, and those players, they can make their own decision and determination to be involved with us. So at this point, we don't need to have, you know, those relationships at the moment. So we are not aggressively at all going after them.
That one, I do not have any info on Stacker, but I
got some info on it.
What's going on?
So the logo in this regard, and once again, this is just a very broad stroke of this, certainly is not any of the legal situation, but remember, the logo itself, the logo has been changed. You remember when the logo actually changed?
Yeah.
Do y'all remember that? So that change is what changed it to be 100% specifically and completely legal. So the fact that actually came up, that was just once again, one of those attempts to try to draw light to something that absolutely has no relevance whatsoever. And so because of it, however, because attention was drawn to it, guess what? Legal precedents took place. And so now our legal team is once again doing more than enough to ensure that we have what we need in place to make sure our logo, which is 100% legit, our logo is completely legal. So we're just taking the necessary precaution and doing the necessary things, which again, is so responsible by leadership, you know, so responsible to, you know, it's one of those things where you just have to address it. And we are. So we're good. We're good. Just hang tough.
My bad. I thought I was on mute. The last time she was done, I'm like, you ain't done. You ain't ordered the wings yet, girl. But yeah, most definitely. What was I about to say? She threw me off with that slow wing speed. But yeah, what's going on? Say something, Stacker. Definitely.
What's good, Stacker?
Be there. Somebody else asked another question that I just saw. Somebody asked if the UFC partnership, partnership was real or is it a rumor? Anybody got anything on that one?
Yeah, so there is a agreement in place that's been with what we've sponsored already in that. So that's with Stan. Stan is right. Is that his name?
Yeah, Stan. Yeah.
That organization. That's a legal. That's an actual agreement. So as far as that goes, that's where we are with that. So in that regard, that is a legal agreement.
Okay. Yeah, that one. I'm looking through the questions. I know. Justin is looking through it too. People were like, "Is Ice Cube a member?" People got like a lot of random questions. They're all over the places, but there's no like. Is okay. So people want to know is Russ a part of Lily Finance?
I think questions like that, I mean, they will be answered in those regards. I think you will see the specifics like that. I never want to speak on Russ's behalf in anything. Right. You know, I think we should leave that to him and, you know, how he wants to interact with things like that. So, you know, questions like that, I won't answer on his behalf.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that one. I said we wait and we see what happens as far as the launch and the release of information that we got.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. So. Okay, I'm seeing
Albert, my man.
I'm sorry about that for the silence right now.
I had a blast, brother. Pleasure was mine, dude. Pleasure was all mine. Thank you.
In the meantime, so what has everybody been able to do and or accomplish since being in Vegas? I don't know if this is jet lag, but there's like an everlasting like just sleepiness that has a hold on me. I don't know what it is. Like I can drink an energy drink, and it's just like this grogginess.
That's why I'm about to go to bed early tonight, probably.
I can hear in your voice. Did you just wake up?
No, like I said, man, I just dozed off, and the TV woke me up, and I looked at the time. I was like, shoot.
Must have been.
Wow.
I got myself together, splashed some water on my face, washed my face, and blah, 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 brushed my teeth, and got on. Yeah, I just got to get like at least 6 hours. But no, this was good talk, man. But I think this should be the last of the Saitama launch talk. And we're going to move forward to this next one. And man, I definitely want to just give anybody my thought process. I mean, just our channel thought process on how the next one should go. And man, it's just like this is a community coin. I think it should be based around just highlighting the community. Like it should be pictures of the community members up while we're mingling around. Like, man, I got so many ideas, man, that'll make this really, really special next time.
Yeah.
But yo, family, I know I'm all love, but I always got to be the family member that always, before I talk, I know y'all be like, oh boy, here we go. But y'all, everybody need that person in the family. But I do it respectfully. Much love, family. Y'all take care. And welcome back, Mr. Thompson.
My good brother. It's so good to be back.
Cuff and a dip. Anyways, just the man, you take care, my brother.
You too, brother.
Oh my God. You enjoy the rest of your day, man.
Hey, real quick, Nasser asked, Justin, man, you remember my question yesterday on regards to Saitama Discord communities, wondering how South Saita will be able to cover the huge amount of percentage in staking. I did write that question down, and I did get into Discord today, and I wrote down the answer to that question. So let me get to it. So I wrote it down, and I was told by the Discord, the official Discord, Saitama Discord, that the staking will be covered by the liquidity pools. So that is how the staking will be covered, and we'll be able to cover the staking percentages that will come out of the liquidity, the pooled liquidity that we have.
Okay. So, guys, if you didn't pay attention there, so that was a question that was asked from the previous show, and we actually did the homework to find the answer for that question. So, if you guys have questions that we honestly cannot answer, or if it's a question that needs to go out to a developer or somebody who's actually putting their hands on the project and getting dirty, you know what I mean? We'll ask those questions if you're not able to find the answers yourself, and we'll get back to you with the answers. So,
facts. We definitely don't want to just tell you an answer just to tell you an answer. If we don't have the answer to it, we're going to go ask, because it's a good question. If someone in the community wants to know, that means it's a question that needs to be answered, so that we can get all of the information out there, so that there really is no FUD. Because if you know all the information, if all the questions that you have, if they're answered, then you can combat that FUD with, hey, this is what's actually going on. You're actually wrong. So we will do our best. If we don't know the answers, I'll go knock on doors and ask whoever I can until I find the right answer. So like I said, we don't want to give you the wrong information, and we don't want to just tell you an answer just to tell you an answer. There's no egos here, so we will tell you straight up, hey, we don't know, but we can find out. So that's kind of what we did last night. So Nasser, thank you again for that question. We didn't know at the time, but I was able to get you some answers.
Yep. Okay. I'm feeling it. I appreciate it. Justin.
And sometimes those notes taking notes pays off.
Yeah, sure. It does. It definitely does. And I would say all the time taking notes pays off.
My man Justin.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mike, how is your family doing, man? It was a pleasure getting to see. One of my favorite memories was watching your son walk up and be like, "Mom, there's Cuff. Mom, that's Cuff. Mom, that's Cuff." I mean, he was just like a kid in a candy store seeing like Santa Claus or that NBA, that superstar for the first time. He was just like, "Mom, there he is. Mom, that's him. That's him." And next thing you know, the whole family's there. We got to meet your wife, your mom. I mean, the whole crew was there, and it was just a fun time.
Man, let me tell you, they had a blast, and it was their first time being in Vegas. Period.
That's awesome.
So just the whole environment, the ambiance, everything was all new, and so my little man got to see his favorite celebrity, Mr. Cuffin the Dip, in person. That was his Michael Jackson.
Hey, that's hilarious. Hey, is he already? Okay, nobody grabbed that. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I had to give somebody a nap. Somebody wanted to go night real quick.
Thought I hit him already. My bad.
Oh, you thought you hit him with the flex already? No, it's okay.
If I hit, I thought I did. So if I hit somebody else, I apologize. If there's somebody else timed out right now,
you the wrong person.
My bad.
You're like, oh,
my bad. I was trying to time out the FUD.
Yeah, big FUD right there. But yeah, definitely, Mike. That was interesting, and I don't really even know how to explain the experience of how that worked out. Like literally, we parted the Red Sea. Like, oh, let's try to get past. Let me squeeze by. You know what I mean? But they're waiting on us. I'm like, oh, okay.
Funny.
Yeah, like Alexa says, "Hey, excuse me. Do you know Michael Thompson? I'm his mom."
That's my mom. That's how she'll do.
First thing she said was, "Justin, you're the singer. I sing too. Let's go." I was like,
"That's right.
I'm down. I'm ready."
And she'll be ready. She ready anytime, man. That's what she does.
Nasser says, "Hey, Mr. Thompson, how about doing the next event in Miami since it's being a crypto city centric and is a cool city and as well as a nice place to have dinner party?"
Actually, Mr. Nasser, here's some real good news for you. There's a crypto event that's happening the end of this month, November. I want to say it's 29th. Actually, I got the dates today, November the 29th through, I want to say it's December 2nd or 3rd. And I'm going to be there. So I'm going to Miami at the end of this month for this event. And one of our holders, one of our team members, has a stage at this event, and it's going to be Saitama sponsored. It's going to be Saitama environment on this stage. So I'm going to Miami and doing this at the 29th of November. And 29th of November, I think it's through December the 2nd. I'm going to Miami and for this event. It's a crypto sponsored event in Miami. And Saitama, of course, I'm going to be representing Saitama, at this crypto event, rubbing shoulders with some real names in the crypto world, and certainly going to make our presence known, Saitama. So I will be there. I also will be in. Go ahead, Justin. I'm sorry.
I was just going to ask, do you need a personal bodyguard or security? I know a guy. I happen to be rather large. But no, I'm just
no. I don't need any security. I don't think nobody's gonna mess with me. But I would appreciate some good company. So I would appreciate, some good connection and partners. So you're more than welcome to come. Everybody's welcome to come. So come through, man. I don't think nobody's gonna mess with me though. We will have a good time. We will have a good time. I'm actually also gonna be in Beverly Hills, California, on December 9th. For a Saitama sponsored toy drive at a Lamborghini dealership with a host of A-list celebrities that is going to be handing out toys. And this is all going to be sponsored by Saitama. So I'll be in Beverly Hills, California on December the 9th. Lamborghini dealership. I don't have the address in my brain, of course, but that's going to happen. And because of these things, so if anybody is in the Los Angeles area, Beverly Hills area, December 9th, come through. It's going to be a host of A-list celebrities handing out toys to children at a Lamborghini dealership. So come on through. Come on through, either LA or Miami. We're going to do it. And here's another thing. What's that?
Said Bree says you want to
Bree. Hey, let me tell you what. I have to say this since you're right here. One of the highlights of my trip was being able to hug Bree personally without just the virtual hug. I mean, that woman has so much spirit and so much spunk. I love her energy, her attitude. She is a major contributor to the Wolfpack community. Bree, I love you. That's a virtual hug. Now I got to go back to virtual hugs, Bree. It's virtual. It's virtual. Hey, but I do plan to go. I plan on going on tour. Actually, I believe, and I'm not sure. Don't quote me. Don't quote me on this, please. And I say it again. Please don't quote me. But I believe Russ may be at this event as well in Beverly Hills. I believe Russ is coming as well in Beverly Hills to this event. It's going to be awesome. But I do plan to go on tour. I plan to actually, I'm trying to get Russ to do it as well, but I plan, let's go on tour. Let's go to different cities, different locations. Let's meet people. Let's talk to people. Let's bring the community together in every city we go to. You know, there's different community members that'll be there. So in this regard, I want us to spread the word on a grassroots level. I really want to pull it up by the bootstraps and let's go hit the road and create a series of events that are all Saitama driven, all Saitama sponsored, and literally have on a grassroots level. We want to shake hands. We want to educate. We want to empower individuals about Saitama, about crypto, and absolutely, we want to give this. We want to give this word and this message at this level to where we can go reach. I'm ready to hit the road. I'm ready to run. I'm ready to move this to a degree that I know nothing else is going to stand in our way. So this is how we do it. And we're going to do it at this level and go at it. So I'm excited and I'm ready to run. And whatever has been accomplished so far, we haven't seen anything yet. So believe me, what's in the pipeline and things to come, it pales in what's happened already pales in comparison to what's coming.
Saitama Saga, that is so true. There are so many great ladies in the Saitama community.
Oh yeah.
And so many of them right here in this chat tonight. I mean, you got Christine, you got Ashley 90211.
That's
Ashley
right.
90210. And to answer your question, what center in Beverly Hills? That's actually going to be at the Lambo dealership, Mr. Michael said.
It is a Lambo dealership. I don't have the actual address. And Saitama Empress, this is a hug too. This is a virtual hug. Saitama Empress, virtual hug. Ashley, I got a chance to meet Ashley in Vegas. That was also another highlight. I got a chance to hug Ashley. I got a chance to hug her husband. And it felt like I could have picked Ashley up and her husband up and hugged them both up off the ground. It felt like I could have did that. I was that excited. Oh, man. Oh, man, I love them. So what a great moment, great opportunity. But most yes, definitely. I can't wait for us to hit this road and do whatever we need to do to get Saitama on that level. Can't wait to do it. So I'm ready to run. Who want to run with me? Who want to go with me?
Man, I don't know about jog. I don't know about run, but my asthma kicks in.
Well, you mean like actual run, like with our feet?
No. I'm talking about. I want to get a bus, a tour bus, wrap it in Saitama, and we hit the road that way.
No, it ain't too, Mike. It's Justin. Justin made it seem like we about to go out jog.
Like a marathon? No, I ain't doing that.
Mr. Mike, I got a question for you. Is there something or some way that we can help out as a community with this December 9th toy drive? Is there like some type of donation link or something like that the community could maybe show up and show out that can't actually be there to show up?
You know, I appreciate that. As a matter of fact, I will get that information soon. And when I have it, I will keep that question in mind and we'll figure out what we can do in that regard. So certainly, I'm sure there is. I just want to make sure I'm giving the information the right way. Now, I didn't sponsor this event, but I will be there, and certainly whatever I believe the goal is to make a difference and impact with these kids with toys. I believe there's something to do there. So I'll make sure that I get that information out.
Awesome, awesome. I know this community is very strong and very passionate about helping out and giving back to the community. So, man, I think that'd be awesome if we could kind of just take over that toy drive and really just make it something special.
That'd be awesome. Certainly, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna try my best not to drive off of there with a Lamborghini. That'll be my toy, but it ain't for me. It's for the kids. It's for the kids.
Mm-hmm. Saitama Stacker, appreciate that, man.
For sure.
Most definitely.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you do a great job on your channel as well. That spreadsheet you have, man, it is jam-packed full of knowledge and information. And to be truthfully honest, I would love to have you on one day just to kind of break it down so we can go over that. That'd be really cool.
That is awesome. Super. We got work to do, family. Serious work to do. And I'll continue to say it. I'll scream it as loud as I can, as loud as my voice will allow. But it's up to us to build this. We're the fortress around this. So anything that comes our way, it's our belief, it's our commitment, it's our connection. That's the fortress around this wonderful opportunity. It's us, it's the community. We're the builders, we're the movers, we're the shakers, we're the catalyst for growth. So nothing should change from our focus to continue to spread this word. It's up to us. Continue to do our part. Everybody matters. Everybody is important to this mission and this cause. So every day, our idea, our mindset has to be, what can I do specifically to build this cause? What can I do specifically to add to this valuable opportunity that we have? That's why I believe, and that's why I know that no matter what comes our way, the strength of the community could overcome it all. The strength of the community, the heart of the community, the mindset of the community. Because here's what I know for a fact. There is nothing more powerful than a made up mind. And if we make up our minds to dominate, we make up our minds to take it up and take responsibility on an individual basis. That every single day we're going to share this opportunity with somebody. This is what's going to make the difference. This is the separator. And everything else that we do, any other influencers, any other partnership agreements, all of those things will be just gravy, right? So if you're sitting around and you're just waiting for information, if you're sitting around and you're just waiting for something new to happen and you're just waiting for some new announcement, and then you get discouraged because nothing happened at the speed or the pace that you envisioned or you hope for, let's reverse our thinking. And once again, not just be so concerned or so connected to what can Saitama do for you, but be more specific with what you can do for Saitama, what you can do for the community. And that's the mindset that I believe is going to be the separator. And that's going to be the difference maker in who we are and what we are as a community. Yes. That's the bird. I try to get in the camera. I usually can't get both hands in. Oh, I
like that, Jeremy. He says, don't ask what your token can do for you, but ask what you can do for your token. Post. Man, that good old-fashioned word-of-mouth advertising. Absolutely. It's tried and true. I mean, it's the best way to advertise is to get out there and tell people. Get out there, and it spreads like wildfire. You know, one ember in the forest can turn a blaze. You know, that's crazy. So it truly is. If we want this thing to be as big as we want it to be, we have to go out there and make it that big by spreading the word, telling others, telling everybody in our family, our group, our friends group. You know, whether it be your church group or whatever it is, whatever group you're in. Just get out there and just we talk about just planting the seed, and then just coming back and just add water. Just kind of add water every time and just watch. Some seeds will take root and some seeds won't. That's just the way it is. But if you continue to get out there and spread the word, next thing you know, you're going to start to see the harvest of your hard work, because those people are going to go tell their friends, And then it's that, that Rolodex that we've been talking about this whole time. One Rolodex opens up another Rolodex, which opens up another Rolodex. And it's that power of the word, getting out there and just spreading the good word that is Saitama and what all we have, what we've done, but ask what we're going to do, where we're going. So it is truly all I talk about. I mean, it's kind of crazy that it is, but like, even I walk into a gas station, they tell me, "What's up, Saitama guy?" I'm cool with that. They know that every time I walk in the door, they know, hey, Saitama guy's here.
Right.
So because I'm not scared to sit there and be like, hey man, are you into crypto? You haven't heard crypto? Man, you should check out SaitamaToken.com. It's all it takes, one little time, and then just keep back and come back and add that water and watch your works start to harvest.
No doubt. That's what I love about a community, man, because we can decide. It's a decision. It's all about our mindset. It's a decision. And if you have that decision and that mindset that you're going to grow and you won't be denied, imagine everybody connect to that mindset. Imagine everybody connect to that focus. What can stop that? Like nothing. FUD only is FUD if you allow it to stick. Like FUD is nothing if you don't allow it, right? I see it, I hear it, but guess what? That's it. I just see it and I hear it. But guess what I do every day? Still go to work. Guess what I do every day? I'm still focused on my belief. Guess what I do every day? I hear it, I see it, but guess what I do? I still focus on it every day. You know why? Because you cannot let anything and anybody, you cannot be as fragile as something that hears one thing or sees one thing, and then that alters your whole level of belief. Right? This is too good. This is too meaningful. This is too impactful to just allow what somebody else's feeling, somebody else's attitude, somebody else's disposition may be. What is your feeling? What is your belief? That's what you have to hold on to, and that's what makes you move. I believe people wait for information before they move. Before they do anything, let me learn everything first before I talk to anybody. Let me learn everything first before I do anything. Let me know all the information first before I go out and share. It's actually wrong. Here's what I realized is that, information, knowledge does not create activity, but activity creates knowledge. The more you do, the more you interact, the more you go out, the stronger your belief is, right? And so we look at these numbers, we look at these charts, they're going to do what they're going to do. But I know when I first got here, my first mindset was immediately, what could I do to build this team? What could I do to build what I know is valuable? What can I do? That was my first move. I had no idea what to do first. But when I realized what I could do, I went at it. And that's how it morphed into what it is today. It was just me. Nobody knew who I was. I never introduced myself, first initially, right? That's right. Take action. I love it. It's taking action. That's the mindset we have to have. We control this net. I might, no, I'm just kidding. I don't want that level of scrutiny. Might dig up some. But I believe that in the mindset, that's exactly right. It's the action that speaks louder than word. It's the action that speaks louder than word. And that's what I believe in. It's the action. It's the action. You say you love something, act like it. You say you love something, action like it. Love is an action word. So when you love something, you fight for it. When you love something, you believe in it. When you love something, you're not easily shaken. And I said it before, the harder the fight, the harder it is to surrender. So let's fight for this. You want the numbers to jump up? Guess what? Get to work. You want to see the holder count move up? Guess what? I'll see you at work. That's where it is, right? And you already got the leadership. It takes leaders with vision to support people with dreams. And that's what we have. We have leaders with vision. And that's why in that, the leadership's vision has to be big enough for everybody's dreams to fit inside of it. So it has to be big. And believe me, my mindset, I'm always in the clouds. My brain is always in orbit somewhere. That's why I look so spaced out sometimes. So don't mind me. I'm just thinking of the next move. If you look at me and I look dazed, don't mind me. I'm just thinking 10 steps ahead. If you nudge me and I don't quite respond, don't mind me. It's just because my mind is already on the level that we want to go to. And I hope that all of you understand that it's a fight. It ain't easy. It definitely is going to be under attack. It's all right. It's supposed to be. That's what growth is. You know, success is not a straight line. Success is like this. Success is like that. True success. Matter of fact, let me share this with you real quick. Anybody want to hear what I know? And I've used this in my life as I found it. I've used these to kind of validate the level or the focus of success, what true success is. I got a couple of things I just want to share real quick. Can I get 2 minutes?
You could have 3. So.
Oh, thank you very much. More than enough. More than enough. And if you have an opportunity to write these things down, it would be great to reflect on it. I'm telling you, it's helped me through some of the toughest times when I really questioned, myself, where I second guessed myself, right? But these are the inevitables of success. That's what this is called, the inevitables of success. The key word is inevitable. Number 1, the inevitable of success is you will feel pain. Anybody felt any pain? This is how you know you're on track. You will feel pain, number 1, right? Number 2, you will lose money. You will lose money. That's a part of it. Sometimes you have to put money in and realize wasn't the right move, wasn't the right time. In those mindsets, in those situations, you will lose money. It's okay. It's okay. That's the inevitable of success. Number 3, here's a good one. You will lose friends. How about that? People who you think is your friend, people who you think is with you till the end. The true test is when. It's not when everything is smiling. It's not when everything is good. The true test is in the challenging time. How do you know somebody really love you? It's not when you're on top of the world, but it's when you're on the ground crawling. That's who you know is with you. So guess what's going to happen? You will lose friends on your way to success. Here's something funny. You'll doubt yourself. Anybody ever been there? You ever doubted yourself? You ever questioned your moves, your motives? You ever questioned it? You will doubt yourself. That's a part of it. You will cry before you get it. Hey, you know what? I've shed some tears, and I'm a strong man. I'm a tough man, but sometimes it'll break you down. I've shed some tears, and it's okay. It's a part of it, right? You'll cry before you get it. Number 6, you'll develop weird habits. Sometimes you're doing things and don't realize you're doing them. Sometimes you're on a path and you don't understand what quite to do yet next, or you don't understand what or why you're doing it. And all of a sudden you develop some habits. And it's like, wait a minute, right? You develop some weird habits. It's a part of it. Anybody ever had to break a habit? Anybody had to really focus on breaking a bad habit? Almost every other day. Number 7 is something I can relate to. Number 7 is you will think you are going freaking crazy. You will think you're going crazy. I say this often. I try to convince people. It's like, listen, I'm not crazy. I just can't prove it yet. I'm not crazy. I just can't prove it. But you'll think you're going crazy. My brother know. That's my brother right there. CJ Ballin. That's my brother. He know. He's seen me look like I'm going crazy. Number 8, you will almost talk yourself out of it. You will almost question where you are. You will almost question why you're doing it. You will almost question, should I stay or should I go? That's a big part of the focus of success. Here's a good one. Number 9, anybody experience this? Number 9, your family will discourage you. Anybody ever experienced that? Your family will discourage you. They don't know they're discouraging you because in their mind, they may think they're protecting you. You shouldn't do that. This doesn't make sense. I would stay away from that if I were you. I went into something like that and I didn't make it. Most of the time, people are sharing with you their own pain, their own failures. They're sharing with you those things, right? So understand this. Your family will discourage you. Be careful. They may believe that they are they may believe that they're absolutely protecting you, but instead they're discouraging you. That's right. I'm not crazy. I just can't prove it yet. That's exactly right. I know that's real. And number 10, this is ridiculous, but it's the real thing. People will hate you for no reason. All of a sudden, you're getting a bunch of hate for no reason. What did you do? All you're trying to do is do it right. All you're trying to do is say it right. All you're trying to do is show it right. But all of a sudden, for whatever reason, people will hate you for no reason. Aren't we experiencing that right now? Aren't we going through these things right now? It's the inevitables of success. But here's number 11. And I want you to understand this and hear this. Number 11, last but not least, everything you've experienced, it will all be worth it. It will all be worth it. Worth it how? Imagine the day where you are over the challenge. Imagine the day where you no longer have to look back, where you no longer have to question your judgment, where you no longer have to feel insecure, where you no longer have to wonder, is this the right thing? Are we in the right place? Imagine financially secure, financially free, financially independent. Imagine that moment when you never have to worry about a bill again. Imagine that moment to where you don't have the weight of debt constantly weighing you down. Imagine that moment where you can look any man, woman, friend, foe, stranger with the level stare because you are no longer unequal. Imagine that. Imagine the confidence you walk with when you're financially independent, financially secure. Imagine what that feels like to be stable that way. Imagine when you're able to go on vacation and not have to budget for it for a year in advance. Imagine when you're able to create whatever environment you want to create with your family, with your friends. Imagine that. This will make it all worth it. Do what you have to do because success is a journey. It's not a destination. So you know what? Start the journey. Here we are. We're on this journey together. We're all here for a reason. We're all connected for a reason. You're not here by accident. This is why we're connected for this moment, this time, with this opportunity. All the hugs we felt in person, all the connection we made virtually, all of that was for a reason. How good did it feel to finally be able to meet and connect with those we were able to meet and connect with in person? That is so valuable right there. Those relationships, these are things that you can carry with you for the rest of your life. These are relationships that you can carry with you for the rest of your life. What a great situation to build relationship, build a business, and build a legacy all at the same time. This is why you can't let your feelings get in the way of your success. This is why you cannot allow doubt to get in the way of your success. This is why you cannot allow FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You can't allow that to get in your way. You're here. We're here to win. We're winning. The numbers show it. History has proven it. What a great time to be in the right place at the right time. Aren't you happy you're here? Aren't you glad you're here? Aren't you ready to share this? Aren't you ready to beat FUD with positivity? Because guess what? Darkness can't hang around light too long. You know why? Because light always outshines darkness. Always. Let's be the light. We're the light. Let's shine and let's shine brighter. I'm excited about this. Let's make it happen. What you think? You with it? Y'all ready? What you think?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, most definitely. Definitely with that one.
I really hope y'all wrote down those 11 steps, or those 11, we'll call them Michael Thompson commandments.
I did not make these up. I promise. I'm nowhere near this smart, but I can relate to each one of them. That's how I know they're genuine. I know it's real. I've experienced each and every one of them. That's how I know it's real.
Okay, I love it. I'm definitely ready. Everybody else in the chat is saying that they are ready. And this has been one hell of a soap. I had to define it as
most definitely
category.
Love it. Love it. I'm so fired up right now. I can't stand myself. Love it.
Stacker, appreciate it, man. Have a good night. Appreciate you stopping by, taking some time out of your day to hang out with us here.
So powerful, man. Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's do it. Let's make freaking history together. Let's turn this thing into something that generations from now, people will look back and say, man, do y'all remember that company? Y'all see that company? My grandfather was a part of that. My great grandmother was a part of that. The legacy and the life that we're living right now is because of decisions that were made right now by us. Can you imagine the legacy and the lineage we'll be able to pass down? Imagine that. My kids don't even understand the level of the value of the decisions that's being made right here. But they will. And guess what? Their kids will too. And guess what? The kids that I won't ever get to meet, they're going to know that because of great-great-granddaddy Michael Thompson, he made some right moves with the right company, with the right place at the right time, and he changed our generations. I told you that story I had that time with that individual that I sat down with doing financial plan. And that man stopped me and he said, Mike, do you know your father? And I said, no, I don't know my father, right? Never met him, never seen a picture, don't know his name, have no idea who my father is, right? He stopped me about 5 minutes later. He said, Mike, do you know your grandfather? And I said, yeah, you know, my mom's dad, that's my guy. That's my man. 100 grand. I know him very well. Most incredible man I know in my life, right? God rest his soul. About 5 minutes later, he asked me, do you know your great-grandfather, Michael? And I said, no, I don't know my great-grandfather. He said, well, why not? I said, well, he died before I was born, so I don't know my great-grandfather. Not even 5 minutes later, he asked me, do you know your great-great-grandfather, Michael? And by this time, I'm getting a little bit irritated. I'm like, no, if I don't know my great-grandfather, I absolutely don't know my great-great-grandfather. And he said, well, why don't you know your great-great-grandfather? I said, man, he died 10,000 years before I was born. I have no idea who my great-great-grandfather is. Nobody talked about him, never seen any pictures and those kind of things. And then he hit me with the most powerful line I've ever heard in my life at that moment. He said, Michael, the reason you don't know your great-great-grandfather, it's not because you haven't seen a picture. It's not because nobody talked about him. You don't know your great-great-grandfather because he didn't leave you anything. And I said, wow, how powerful is that? Think about that. He didn't leave you anything. So if you ask the youngest DuPont, you ask the youngest Rockefeller, you ask the youngest, most valuable or most profitable families in the world, you ask the youngest who their great and great grandfathers are or grandparents are, they can tell you everything about them. You know why? Because they left a legacy. They left a legacy that lasts well beyond they were born, well beyond their lifetime. And I thought that was so powerful. So the question is, what are you building right now to leave behind? What are you building right now that will be talked about for many generations well past our lifetime? What are we building? What do you have? And what are we going to do? I honestly believe that this is a moment. I honestly believe that this is generation altering right now. I honestly believe that the value that we have, the access that we have, and the vehicle that we are blessed to be a part of right now, it will change generation. I believe it. I'm going to fight for it. And that's why I go to work every day, because I know this is one of those moments that literally changes a generation. This is legacy. This is generational wealth. This isn't just so we can buy a car or a new house. You're exactly right. This is legacy. Absolutely, Alexa. This is generational wealth. 100 and what did you say? What did you say?
167,000%.
Do you know 167,000% of a return is generational type wealth? Do you know that we still have not even started? Do you know that we still have not even launched yet and we're already at 167,000? That type of number, those type of numbers as it relates to money, that is generational wealth building. So imagine you're a part of a machine. You're a part of a vehicle. You're a part of a tool that is able to generate that kind of wealth in this short period of time. Are we barely 6 months old?
Not even.
Those numbers are unheard of in traditional business. I still look in the chat. I still don't see an answer to the question I asked at the beginning of this. Can you show me any Fortune 500 company? Can you show me any Fortune 100 company? Can you show me any Fortune 50 company right now that over the last 5 months could boast even a fraction of the number you just heard that we're just throwing around almost like it's nothing? I'll be hard pressed. We're on for more than 2 hours. I still don't see an answer.
Man,
that ought to tell you something.
That's crazy.
Mike, real quick. Omar said, "Man, is there any way possible that we can get this speech at the beginning of the next Saitama event?"
Yes, all things are possible.
There you go.
All things are possible. Yes. That's all I have. I love everybody. I appreciate everybody. Let me tell you, my heart is here. My mind is here. My focus is here. And that's why my work is here. Anything I could do, anything I could give, anything that I could deliver that is of value that will make it better for all of us. I am so excited about the inboxes that I get. And please let me say this to everybody. Please, please, please. And I won't hold you. I know it's late. But please understand, and I hope you do. I appreciate so much everybody that has taken time to go onto my Twitter, right? And my Twitter, Saitama, what's that name? Saitama
Builder.
No, Saitama Builder. Saitama Builder 1. I appreciate everybody that goes on to that Twitter and you make time to write something nice or to inbox something nice or even to give a slight testimony of what, you know, this has meant to you and your family. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I can't tell you how much that means to me. As a matter of fact, I do read it. I do see it. I may not be able to respond like I like to because there is so many, and I don't want anybody to feel left out. But believe me, it means a lot when I hear that and I see that. So I just want to say, and I appreciate everybody. Thank you for that. It keeps me going. It keeps me inspired. It's meaningful to me. And I just want to tell you thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. I love you. And whatever I can do and continue to do to help make a difference, I'm on the same path all of us are on. I'm no different than anybody else. I'm in no better position than anybody else. I just want to run. I just want to work, utilize what I have to make a difference. And prayerfully, it does just that. It makes a difference. So thank you. Thank you.
And on that note, on a positive note, we're going to get out of here, guys. We've been on here for 2 hours, almost 3 hours, which is a pretty significant time to answer questions, going through things. We told a couple of stories that I really hope motivated people towards the right path and to do their homework, because doing your homework will stop you from thinking any of this FUD is real. It will stop you from even thinking it's, considering listening or reading that. You'll scroll right past it rather than be like, what that says, Saitama, let me read this and gather information from this, even though it's some guy that has absolutely no clue about the inner workings of Saitama. You know what I mean? So just make sure your sources are good. Do your own homework. Listen to all the stories that Mike told you. Not financial advice or anything like that, but I would definitely take everything that was said tonight into consideration. Let's try to move past the fact that the event was not what we all wanted it to be, but I feel like I had fun. My expectations were met as far as like the event itself. It was great. People had a good time. We got informative information. The only thing that was missing was the actual launch of the app itself, which I feel like if the launch of the app came and we still had the same exact event, I think people would be talking about, man, dude, did you see how much of a party that was? And everybody looked like they had fun and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Because everybody's pockets would have began to grow because the mass was released and, you know what I mean, would have been all happy, good times, right? All of the same events still happened, guys. Nothing changed, but that same mass being released. So the only thing happened is it didn't get released. So now everybody felt the need to nitpick at everything else because it's not what we wanted. You know what I mean? This is not the food we want, so we're going to push over it and we're going to eat this portion of it, and then we don't like this portion. You know what I mean? So I feel like absorbing all the information and intaking all the stuff that we get from the State of Mass and in the AMA directly after the streams that we have been doing currently. Mike just laid down some information that was very valuable. Me, Justin, Vern, Bud, come on here every night and lay down information that's very valuable. So it's really easy to gather things and find sources to do your own homework. So I would just expect everybody else to, you know what I mean, just to go out there, do it. As a time and something that you're really interested in investing in, do your background information on it, and then you won't have to worry about FUD or somebody making you want to sell out and then watching the chart fly to the top because you decided to sell your bag because of somebody's FUD, and it's gonna hurt, guys. It's going to feel uncomfortable. So to avoid that uncomfortable feeling, I would definitely do my own homework so that doesn't happen to you. But anybody want to sign off for the person is going to be Justin, and then we can let Mike sign off, and we'll get on out of here.
Yeah, I'll definitely go before Mike because nobody can follow Mike when he speaks because his words truly can move mountains, and he's that good.
I just went.
Michael, that wasn't Michael's sign off right there. He said, "Yeah, I'm done." Hey, first off, Stevie, man, happy birthday! I hope you have a great time on that cruise, man. It's going to be a blast.
Happy birthday,
man! Michael dropped some amazing knowledge on us tonight, and really what I got out of it, kind of the highlights of it, man. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our first step. This is our single step right here to this journey to financial freedom. The journey isn't, if it's easy, everybody in the world would be doing it. If this was something that was easy, everybody would be here. There would be no doubt. But it's through challenges and it's through adversity that you find out what your true potential is. So this company having to go through adversity and challenge after challenge and attack after attack, we are truly seeing the true potential of what this company can be, and the fact that we can continue to take punches and get up and still fight and still make ground, not only just fight to defend off, but actually fight and be aggressive and be on the offense, battling. Man, it's amazing to be a part of this project. Man, we are still in the very, very early stages. We have every major catalyst still ahead of us. And like we said earlier, 167,000% in less than 6 months. That averages out to like almost 28,000% a month.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. 28,000% a month is what that averages out to. And we're not even 6 months old. So it might even be a little bit higher than that.
Wow.
If you are here today, you are here now, you are on the ground floor, you are early. But if you are here today and you are here now, you have work to do. It's not just up to the developers. It's not just up to the dev team. It's not just up to Michael Thompson to get out there and spread the word to all of his Rolodex. It comes down to us, every single one of us going out and doing our part to spread the word of Saitama.
Sure.
It's the grass fire has started, and now it's our turn to keep the blaze going and spread it until it takes over the entire world. Because this project isn't just a America project. It's not just a European project. This is a global project. From everybody here in the United States to every third world country across the world. This has the potential to change the lives of every single human being on the planet. We just got to get it out there. We just got to let people know. We just got to continue to show up every day and stand here and yell out, "Hey, Saitama, check it out." Guys, I love y'all. 2 things in this world y'all can control. That's attitude and effort. Stay positive. Give 110% in everything you do. I'm just a man. I'm on Monday through Friday, midday mix-up, 12 to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Come check me out. Until then, Mike, I've said it every time. I'll say it every time I see you, man. You are truly on the Mount Rushmore of Saitama. The day you walked into this project, you can chart the growth. The day you walked in, you can see the growth of this project. And we truly do thank you. There's not enough thank yous in the world to say thank you, but man, from the bottom of my heart, I know Chad would agree. You are truly one of the backbones, the pillars of this project. And man, we would not be here where we are without you. So man, continue to do what you do. Continue to put up the good fight and get some rest, because the battle's just beginning, and we all know that. So chat, I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.
All right. Mike, you want to say anything to the people before we get on out of here?
No, just more of the same. I agree with what Justin said, and certainly just to echo what I said earlier. It's a team effort. There's no big I's and little U's. Everything matters. Everybody matters. Everything that we do collectively. Thank you. I appreciate you too. It's all a collection of goodwill. Good heart, good mind. That's what's going to make this project work. That's what's going to sustain the growth. So I just want to make sure everybody understands that everything that you bring to the table, even if it's no more than just reaching out to a neighbor, even if it's no more than just, creating an environment that, people want to be a part of and hear, what you have to say, and you speak positively about what you believe in with Saitama and moving forward. That's all. That's all. And in that regard, that's what makes all of this work. It's a community effort. It's a community that, like, again, I say, is no big I's and little U's. I believe that everything is a culmination of all of us working together. That's what makes this all work. I'm a team member just like anybody else. I'm a Wolfpack, believer and member just like anybody else. I have a family I want to support. I want to see win. I want to, create value for just like everybody else. It's no different. I just may have an interesting Rolodex. That's it. But other than that, heart is the same. Mindset is the same. I want to win. And I want to see everybody else win around me. So guess what? Let's join hands, hold on to each other, pull each other up, right? And collaborate together with the right heart and mind. And we're going to see something amazing happen. We're all a part of history right now because we're creating it. That's the difference. We're not waiting for it. We're not reading about it later. We're not watching the documentary later. We are the documentary. We are the history. We are making this right now. So congratulations for everybody that's here right now, because you are a part of history, because you're making it. I'm excited to be with you. I love you.
No doubt. And guys, that ends this one. I love the time we spent together. A lot of information in this one. I would definitely suggest that people check this out, or suggest that people check it out just from the information we provided. Guys, it's been amazing. Yeah. But we're going to get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your night and morning, and keep cuffing it different.